You're listening to Reading Fightin' Phillies Baseball on the Our Phillies Radio Network. Now, out to the ballpark with your broadcasters, Bob McCool and Jake Starr.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome from FirstEnergy Stadium. Game 4 of the 6-game series between the Reading Fightin' Phillies and the Richmond Squirrels coming your way tonight. We're live just inside Tompkins Plaza from just inside FirstEnergy Stadium. First pitch is at 6:45. You may be able to hear in the background the mascot band is playing. It's just another night in Baseball Town, and a great night for baseball here in Baseball Town. Alongside my broadcast partner Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool, and the man in the middle is the manager for the Fightin' Phillies, Al Padrique. Skip, just going back 24 hours ago, all we talked about with you so many times is looking forward to the second half and getting things kind of restarted in the second half, and that quickly it jumps out to an 0-2 start. It almost felt like when Nick Podkel was running around the bases, there was like a pressure balloon just popped a little bit, and everybody could relax a little bit and ultimately get you that first win.
Jake, Bob, thank you for having me again. Definitely. We finished the first half on a good note. We finished up a tough road trip in Portland, won this series, and then feeling good about starting the second half. Nobody expected to start 0-2 the way it did it, but it's why you play the game. And the one thing that we've been doing with the players is to make sure we stay positive, we stay focused in the areas that we need to get better in order to compete and win more games. And definitely last night, Paco's a bat that really picked us up, and I'm sure the confidence level for tonight's game is high.
It felt like that 8th inning, the approach kind of took a shift offensively. Guys were hitting more singles, kind of just getting to the next guy in line. Dunn had a big single, Ortiz had a big single, and then of course it sets the table for the Podkel 3-run home run. But that 8th inning specifically, that 4-run frame, what about the approach kind of allowed that to happen?
Yes, Hansen, the hitting coach, continues to do a great job with the hitters, especially the mental part. And you brought up a good point. Keep the line moving. Let the guy in front of you get on base, and your job is to keep the line moving again. And the guy behind you will follow, and it is contagious. Once you get 1 or 2, 3 guys getting hot, the rest of the team, the rest of the position player or hitters will follow. And that's what we saw that 1 inning in the 8th to take the lead.
And the guy that got it started is the guy you got at the top of the lineup now in Matthew Kroon. You moved him to the top spot in the lineup, and he was playing well. And since he went to the top of the lineup, it's gone even better. He is now among the league leaders in hits, doubles. He's become a double machine for you, and he becomes a really nice table setter. He can just do so many things on both sides of the ball.
Well, I'm not taking credit for that move. I got to give it to Hansen. I was gone for a week on my vacation, and he did a great job taking over. And he had the bright idea. Why not put him up at top of the lineup? He'd be swinging the bat well. He runs the bases real good. So it wasn't my idea. It was Hansen. But Clooney, yeah, he's done a great job by staying, focused with his approach, making sure that he stayed drive the ball back to the middle, the other side, the field right side, and he's done a great job of putting himself in a good count, good hitter situation, and he's been successful so far.
Back to the hero from last night, Nick Podkel. I know we kind of touched on this last week in Portland a little bit, but Podkel is quickly becoming one of those guys that makes it really tough to keep him out of the lineup. It feels like every single time he plays, he produces, and I feel like just having a guy like him, it's such a treat as a manager just to see how he's progressed.
It is a hard role when you are the utility player, and you know you're not going to be in the lineup every day, so you have to find ways to stay sharp. Go in the cage early, do your routine. Anytime you get the opportunity to go on the field, do some early hitting off a machine, and that's what he's done throughout the year. Doing the best to stay ready, feel like part of the team, doesn't complain. He shows up ready to go whether he's in the lineup or not, and I give him a lot of credit. He's a true professional. Stokes is another kid, and now we got Cannon back on the roster. I feel that having these 3 guys on the bench, coming off the bench, they're going to help us win a lot of games.
Not far be it from me to be a wet blanket in all this, but the one guy who is scuffling a little bit in this series is a guy who really hasn't scuffled at all season long, and that's Carlos De La Cruz. Is there something in particular you think he's just off? Is it just something he's pressing? Where do you think it's gone wrong for Carlos to get him straightened out?
I would say that he's just off. It is normal to see that on any hitter, any level. Hitting is not an easy thing to do. So the one thing I give him credit, he stay on top of his routine, working with Hansen in the batting cage, watching a lot of videos. Right now he needs to be more patient, let the ball come to him, bring him up a little bit to the strike zone, to the area where he can make solid contact. Right now he's been chasing a lot of breaking balls out of the zone. Again, for a young hitter, it's normal to do in a period, long season, 160 games. You're going to have ups and downs, and the thing that we like is that he's staying, himself. He's not trying to do too much. He's being himself, and sooner or later he's going to start getting big hits for us.
The guy who started last night, Griff McGarry, a solid outing, 2 earned runs, 7 strikeouts, only a couple of walks in last night's victory. A couple of rough starts for McGarry previously, but for him to bounce back and have a start like that, I feel like it's got to instill some confidence in your staff, but also in Griff as well.
It is always nice to see these kids are bouncing back. It's a hard thing to do in the minor league for numerous reasons. But McGarry in particular, he's a guy that we feel good when he's on the mound because he's very aggressive. He's going to attack the zone. He's not afraid to challenge the hitters, and that's what he's done since he got here in rating. Obviously, he's been having some good and bad starts, but last night we saw the McGarry that we were hoping for. Give us a solid 4 or 5 innings, and anytime he's down the zone and he moves the fastball west, east, west, in and out, he's going to be successful.
We had him on the pregame show a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about he has this kind of trigger thing that he has from back in his college days where he kind of feels like if he's pushing himself, if he's rushing himself, if his pace isn't right, that he just kind of resets himself. And we really actually saw him kind of take over that in the middle of that first inning. After the first 2 guys got hits, you could kind of see him recompose himself, and from there, he was really solid.
Yes, he has a tendency to do that when somebody gets on base. He rushes himself, and then his body starts getting up front. The arm stays back, and he starts dragging. That's why he's up in the zone a little bit. But that's the one thing that I like a lot about him, and you brought it up a good point. He knows when to stay back, take a deep breath, and we go again. I got to regroup, and we're hoping that Avo, the other guy like Phillips, watch that. And that's what it takes to be successful on the major league level. You got to be able to make the adjustment on the spot, turn the page, move on, and let's go get the next guy. And that's what he did that first inning.
In the bullpen, Brett Schultz has pitched really well, particularly as of late. Started off hot, kind of sputtered a little bit, but he has really rebounded nicely. What's that got to say about him that he's been able to respond and really pitch at close to an elite level right now?
Yes, the one thing that he worked with Brad, a pitching coach, is to stay back a little bit, not rush and be out front, be able to maintain his composure whether guys on base or not. Yeah, that's another guy that as soon as somebody gets on base, he wants to do too much. And we've been working with him on the mental part of the game where you have to execute, trust your stuff, trust yourself. You don't have to make a perfect pitch every time. Just worry about locating, execution, and he's done a great job lately.
Well, then take it one more level, and that's the guy who followed Brett Schultz last night, and that's Tyler McKay. The back end of the bullpen is always a tough thing to figure out as the season unfolds, and you've tried a couple of different guys to be that guy that gets those high leverage moments, and now it's been Tyler McKay, and he's really risen to the challenge. He's really taken that role on and done well with it.
Yeah, he's one of the guys who gave him the opportunity to pitch in leverage situation, and he had come through. This is another guy. He's not afraid to strike. He's not afraid to work inside with a nasty slider that he has. So, in the changeup, he's been very successful, and we feel good right now with McKay, which shows Sharp. Now he's healthy. He's feeling good, and then we feel like those 3 guys they're going to help us a lot. Combined with Hernandez, he's been throwing the ball well lately too. So we feel good about the back of the bullpen.
Guy who starts tonight, David Parkinson. I know that numbers may not show it, but his last few starts have been really good. I mean, you look at his last start at Portland, it was 1 play and 1 inning. That kind of blew the numbers out of proportion for him, but he's still been really good. How does he continue to take those steps forward and continue to get better through each start this year?
Yeah, I feel like every time he's out there, the outings are better. He's given us, innings. He's keeping us in the game, and like you just say, 1 bad inning, 1 bad pitch, and it seems like they scored 2-3 runs. But the one thing I like the most that he stays with himself, and he finds a way to pitch out of trouble, keep us in the game, and that's what we're hoping that tonight he will come out and give us solid 4, 5, up to 6 innings.
We haven't had the opportunity to talk to you about one of the additions that's come along in the last couple of weeks, and that's your young shortstop in Casey Martin. He made his first error the other night, but everything we've seen from him, he makes all the plays at shortstop, and he's got a tremendous arm.
Yeah, he's fun to watch. The way he goes by his business, does a good job preparing himself day in and day out. He has a good feel for the position. I always watching him every pitch, and he's always moving, talking to the second baseman, talking to the third baseman, and I like the fact that he got the instinct to play that position. That's what it takes, instant reaction, anticipation, and so far that's what he's done.
Kind of finish things off here. It's a little bit of a challenging stretch in the schedule right now. You had the 2 off days, Monday, Tuesday, coming into the series, but the other side of that story is that now you play 12 straight days going into the All-Star break. What kind of challenges, if any, does 12 straight present to you as a manager, you guys as a team, or is it one of those things where it's put our head down, we get through it, All-Star break on the other end?
No, as a manager, you got to be careful the workload with these guys. They're not used to play 12-state game. Every week we have Mondays off. Now we got this stretch of 12 games. So my job, combined with the coaching staff, is to make sure we keep them fresh. Once in a while, we have show and go days where we come to the park later, just go out, stretch, swing about a little bit, let's get ready to play the game. They're going to be days we're going to have to do optional hitting, maybe ground balls, no ground balls. So we're going to play a little bit with the schedule, the daily schedule, just to make sure they stay healthy and they're fresh to be strong, for the next 10, 11 games that we got coming up.
We're going to let Al Padrique go do his job. We got a baseball game coming your way again, 6:45, his first pitch. Richmond Flying Squirrels and the Reading Fightin Phillies. We'll take a timeout. We'll have the lineups and first pitch right after this. International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phillies. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phillies.
Star City Boxing, located at 4760 Schuylkill Avenue in Reading, is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 Phillies Fiesta Friday partner.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at FirstEnergy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with a large see-through net. Starting at $34, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com or call us at 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome from FirstEnergy Stadium, the Reading Fightin Phillies, the Richmond Flying Squirrels, set to begin Game 4 of the series. Richmond won Game 1 and Game 2. The Phillies with a dramatic come-from-behind victory last night to get the first win of the second half of the season here in the Eastern League. So the Richmond is at 2-1, and Reading is at 1-2. Alongside my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. Here is the Golden Oaks Landscaping starting lineup for the visiting Richmond Flying Squirrels. Wade Meckler again is in the leadoff spot tonight. Vaughn Brown back in the lineup and back in the 2-hole. Brandon Martirano bats in the 3-hole tonight. Batting in the cleanup spot is Shane Matheny. Batting 5th is first baseman Logan Wyatt. Batting 6th, third baseman Hayden Cantrell. Batting 7th, Jimmy Glowacki, and he's at second base. Batting 8th is the designated hitter tonight, getting his first start in this series, is Robert Emery. And batting 9th is shortstop Simon Whiteman, and that lineup will be facing left-handed pitcher for the Fightin Phils, David Parkinson.
Parkinson, it's appearance number 12, game number 11 for Reading this year. 2-3, a 5.57 ERA, 53 and a third innings pitched, 59 hits, 21 walks, 56 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting .278 against him this year. Now look, Parkinson last Friday at Portland. Went 6 innings, 4 runs, all were earned. Had a season-high 9 strikeouts, but all 4 runs came in a third inning where one throwing error, if it doesn't happen on a almost double play ball, probably only 1 run given up by Parkinson that night. So the 4 runs in 6 innings last time out do not do him justice telling the story of how strong he was in that game against Portland.
Our EPAW weather consulting source for public and private forecasts in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and northern eastern Maryland. Game time temperature is 79 degrees. Bit of a breeze at 8 to 12 miles an hour. Right now, the flag in our left center field scoreboard is blowing out to left field as David Parkinson facing the left-handed hitting Wade Meckler. Starts him with a curveball that Meckler takes for a strike 1. Comes back with a second strike that Meckler fouls back to the screen. Meckler batting at .392 on the season. He's now 7 for 12 in this series. And Parkinson tries to get him a chase, a breaking ball outside. Meckler holds off. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Wade Meckler. .392 batting average, 5 doubles. Not a whole lot of power. He hasn't hit a home run yet since his call up to Richmond. He's got 14 RBIs as he taps this one down the first base line and foul. The defense behind David Parkinson, Matthew Kroon is in left field tonight. Carlos De La Cruz back in center. Johan Rojas again with the night off for the Fightins. Ethan Wilson in right field. Jalen Ortiz is at first. Madison Stokes gets to start at second base. Casey Martin again is at short. Nick Podkol, one of the heroes in last night's game with his bat, is at third base tonight. Cody Roberts is behind the plate. 1-2 pitch. Again, Parkinson tries to get the inside corner on the curveball, but does not get the call. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Wade Meckler. Meckler, the number 29 prospect in the San Francisco Giants organization before this season began. This time he'll tap one towards Stokes on a couple of hops. Madison Stokes will make the throw over to Jalen Ortiz for out number 1 here in the first inning.
Madison Stokes at second base for just the 4th time this year. Nice read by him off the bat. His initial instinct was to step in and charge, but read the hop well on that chopper from Meckler. And set back, took a chest-high hop, made an easy throw to first for the first out.
So that'll bring up Vaughn Brown, who's done some damage in this series. He's 3 for 10 in the series, but 2 of them have been home runs, and for a total of 5 RBIs as he stands in. And the first pitch from Parkinson is again the curveball to the right-handed hitting Brown, and it's outside for a ball. There are 3 left-handed hitters in the lineup tonight for Richmond. It is a lineup that can pack some left-handed hitters. Dennis Pelfrey, their manager, had as many as 6 left-handed hitters in the first couple games of this series. Against the left-handed pitching Parkinson, not as much. As Parkinson gets the second pitch over to Brown, 1-1. Brown on a line drive into left field for a base hit, just past the diving Nick Podkol. And ultimately gets Matthew Kroon, cuts it off, and holds Brown to a single. He's at first base now with 1 down here in the top of the first.
Yeah, it's a breaking pitch. It was down in the zone towards the knees, but stood up just enough as Brown able to drop the barrel of the bat on the baseball and hit one hard. Podkol almost would have made an excellent play, but well-deserved hit for him, 103 off the bat.
That'll bring up Brandon Martirano, who is 1 for 7 in this series and hitting at just 185 and batting into 3-hole tonight. It's a big swing and a miss at the offering from Parkinson. So Parkinson gets ahead of Martirano. Richmond has scored in the first inning in 2 of the 3 games in this series, and they've scored first in all 3 games in this series as they've got a man on first base and 1 out here in the top of the first. 0-1 pitch, again with the breaking ball, but this time Martirano lays off, and it's outside, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Crowd continuing to follow in. Big night planned here at the ballpark. All kinds of things going on. And foul back and out of play by Martirano. It is Swiftie night here at the ballpark, including a video rendition of Taylor Swift singing the national anthem when she was here in 2007. And ultimately to be followed by a Mega Blast fireworks night when it's all said and done. 1-2 to Martirano. Parkinson misses way outside on the fastball. 93 on the radar gun from Parkinson.
Parkinson at 27 years of age. Originally born and raised in Virginia, went and played baseball in college at the University of Mississippi. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Martirano. This one towards short. Casey Martin has to wait on it for a hop. To Stokes for 1. The relay is in time. And as goes Martin to Stokes to Ortiz for the double play. And that will end the top half of the first for Richmond. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and none left. When we come back to Baseball Town, the Reading Fightin' Phils to the plate for the first time.
Gear up for Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at FirstEnergy Stadium or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selections of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading Hot Dogs gear, plus throwback, black, R-Train, R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phils Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Fans, nothing beats a great day at Golden Oaks Golf Club. Located just minutes from Reading, Golden Oaks is a beautiful, award-winning golf course open to the public with perfect greens, lush fairways, and a course playing for 5 sets of tees. Bogey's Pub is open to the public with the area's best full-course menu, featuring indoor and outdoor seating and TVs to watch your favorite sports teams. Let the Golden Oaks Golf Club team cater to your need. Lunch, dinner, golf outings, parties, company events, and fundraisers. Visit our website at GoldenOaksGolfClub.com and follow Golden Oaks Golf Club and Bogey's Pub on Facebook. Golden Oaks Golf Club, where great memories are made.
To the bottom of the first we go, and it's time to take a look at the Golden Oaks landscaping starting lineup for the home team, the Reading Fightin' Phils. Matthew Kroon again is leading off. Carlos De La Cruz bats second. Oliver Dunn bats third. Jalen Ortiz is batting cleanup. Nick Podkul bats fifth. Ethan Wilson will bat sixth. Casey Martin bats seventh. Madison Stokes will bat eighth. And Cody Roberts, back in the lineup tonight, will bat ninth. As Matthew Kroon stands in, and the first pitch from right-handed pitcher Mason Black is over at the knees for a called strike 1. And Kroon fouls back the second pitch, so Matt Black gets ahead, no balls and 2 strikes.
Mason Black making his 15th start. He's 0-4, a 4 ERA, but he's been really good his last couple of starts. 9 1/3 combined against Harrisburg, and did not allow a run and just 4 hits in those 2 games. Also had 11 strikeouts overall this year. 42 hits, 20 walks, 66 strikeouts across 54 innings of work.
Misses on the 0-2 pitch. It's now 1-2 to Matthew Kroon. And way outside, rolled that one all the way to the backstop. It's now 2-2. When Matthew Kroon's at the plate, you might as well take advantage of today's R-Phils team leaders, brought to you by Cross Country Mortgage Loan Officer Johanna Arias, because he's leading in a bunch, including batting average at .323, among the league leaders in that category. 2 more doubles last night, leads the team with 19 doubles. Unfortunately here, he swings and misses at the pitch and strikes out. That is today's Cross Country Mortgage Loan Officer Johanna Arias, R-Phils team leader. You can contact Johanna at 484-554-9969.
Not the first time Black has seen the R-Phils this year. April 9th in Game 3 of a 3-game set at Richmond. Black went 4 innings, 3 runs to Reading in a no decision.
They'll face Carlos De La Cruz, who looking to try to get on track in this series. Just 1 for 12 in the series. The batting average still sits at .290. Despite that 1 for 12, and the first pitch from Black is over for a strike, and the second also a called strike at the knees. And so just like he did with Matthew Kroon, getting ahead, no balls and 2 strikes, Black does the same with Carlos De La Cruz. And De La Cruz swings at a breaking ball way outside and low, and he is a strikeout victim. And the struggles continue for De La Cruz. That's 2 down here in the first.
And of course, here's a guy who's swinging a red hot bat right now, Oliver Dunn. 389 across his last 5, 324 over his last 10 for Dunn.
5 for 9 in this series. And first pitch from Black, again, over for a called strike. So Black firing strikes to get ahead on the hitters as he fires that one at 96 miles an hour on the radar gun. And gets another one past Dunn, back-to-back, same pitch, same spot, same speed at 96, and Dunn now behind, no balls and 2 strikes. We'll take a timeout and rethink it. We'll see where Black goes, ahead of no balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss at the high fastball. An impressive first inning for Mason Black as he strikes out the side in the bottom half of the first. We'll take a timeout. Back to America's Classic Ballpark. Richmond nothing, Reading nothing.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Burke's Packing provides America's Classic Ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
To the top of the second we turn, and the Richmond Flying Squirrels back to the plate. It'll be Shane Matheny, Logan Wyatt, and Hayden Cantrell. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Flying Squirrels against David Parkinson. Mind you about the Manor Golf Club, established in 1928. It's one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania, located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown. In Sinking Spring, the Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit the Manor Golf Club for more information. Shane Matheny swinging at the first pitch of the second inning from David Parkinson, and he rolls one into right field for a base hit. Second hit for the Flying Squirrels, and Matheny, a leadoff base runner here in the second.
Yeah, Matheny hit it hard, 101 off the bat. Just a fortunate hole to get it in as Stokes was shaded more over towards the second base bag. Snuck it between first and second.
So to bring up Logan Wyatt. Wyatt, 344 since being called up to Richmond. Here's a one-hopper to Stokes. He has to turn and throw to second in time. Had to turn and pivot the other way, and a good job by Casey Martin to hold the bag. No chance of getting 2, but a good job of getting the lead runner on the force out.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a risky play by Stokes, but somebody who has a great feel for every position on the field that he is placed in. And, you know, it was a slower play, but he trusted himself to make a strong throw to the bag, and they got him. So nice job by Stokes and Casey Martin to cut off the lead runner.
So that'll bring up Hayden Cantrell. And Cantrell takes one for a called strike. So it's just the third pitch that Parkinson threw in this inning. Matheny swung at the first pitch, so too did Logan Wyatt. So no balls and a strike to Hayden Cantrell. Chokes way up on the bat. Switch hitter takes this one inside, I believe, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike to Cantrell. Cantrell among the league leaders in walks, despite the fact he's only hitting .216. He's 2 for 8 in this series with a couple of walks. And he takes that one for a called strike. Now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Parkinson working from the stretch with Logan Wyatt taking his lead off of first. Swing and a miss, strike 3 as Cantrell swings over the top of it. First strikeout for David Parkinson.
Heavy dose of curveballs in that at-bat. Finishes up Cantrell with one that he swings over. That's the first strikeout tonight. Parkinson a season-high 9 last time out against Portland across 6 innings of work.
So to bring up Jimmy Golowenki. Golowenki looking for his first hit in this series. 0 for 8 to this point. And the first pitch from Parkinson, over for a called strike. So David Parkinson coming after the Flying Squirrels, working ahead. That one, however, misses up high as he comes with the fastball that's too high for Glowenke. Glowenke at 155 batting average on the season. That one misses in the dirt. Now it's 2 balls and a strike. Jalen Ortiz holding on Wyatt at first. Not much of a threat to run at all is Logan Wyatt. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 91-mile-an-hour fastball, but Glowenke cannot catch up to it because of the height of the pitch, more so than the speed of it. Pitch up high. Glowenke chased after it. So now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. This one lined into right center field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Carlos De La Cruz will cut it off. Wyatt will round second and head to third. Base hit for Glowenke. Third hit of the game for Richmond, and the Squirrels now have it runners at the corners with 2 outs.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting there from Glowenke, lining one, a pitch on the outside half to the right center field gap. A nice job, though, by De La Cruz to cut it off. He doesn't get over there in time. That could have scored a run. So, look, hope is no harm, no foul. You go after the 8-hole man in Robert Emery and get out of the inning after this.
Emery, the designated hitter tonight for Richmond, playing for the first time in this series. Hitting at .232 as he stands in. And swings at the first pitch and comes up empty. Richmond, of course, a AA affiliate of the San Francisco Giants, and Emery is a San Francisco native and played his college baseball at the University of San Francisco. And he takes this one outside for a ball. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to Robert Emery.
I mean, a really quality pitch from David Parkinson. Looked like may have gotten at just that inside corner, but doesn't get the call.
Swings and misses at the high fastball again. Parkinson's had some success with that high fastball and getting Richmond batters to chase after it. So now he's ahead again in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runners at the corners again, 2 down here in the second. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Parkinson works himself out of any further damage here in the second for Richmond. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. To the bottom of the second, when we come back to FirstEnergy Stadium, it remains Richmond and Reading scoreless.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Star City Boxing, located at 4760 Schuylkill Avenue in Reading, is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 Our Phil's Fiesta Friday partner.
The Reading Fightin Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify.
Welcome back to FirstEnergy Stadium. The crazy hot dog vendor doing his thing and getting the job done tonight. Arb looks strong coming out of the cage tonight, and he splashed down for the 4th time this season here in the broadcast booth. So hats off to the crazy hot dog vendor. And now it's time for the Phils to go to work here at the plate. Jalen Ortiz will lead it off facing Mason Black, and quickly 1 ball and 1 strike to Jalen Ortiz. This bottom half of the second inning, presented to you by Cornwall Manor, an active senior living not-for-profit community in scenic Cornwall, Pennsylvania, outside of Lebanon. Big swing, no contact for Ortiz. Mason Black struck out the side in the bottom half of the first, and he's ahead of Jalen Ortiz now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Ortiz fouls this one off. Ortiz at 216 since his time here in Reading after being brought down from Lehigh Valley. 2 for 10 in this series, including a big hit in that 8th inning rally last night for the Phils. Takes this one up high, and now it's 2-2. Mason Black very well may have some fans in attendance tonight. He is a bit of a local product, born and raised in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Not too far away from here, of course, in northeastern Pennsylvania. 2-2 pitch. Goes sidearm with that one. Ortiz takes it for a ball. It's 3-2. Black, the number 9 prospect in the Giants organization, just 23 years of age. Count now full to Ortiz. Ortiz goes down and gets it, slaps it towards first baseman Logan Wyatt. He'll take the play all by himself with the slow roller and gets out number 1 here in the second.
Was another good at-bat from Jalen Ortiz, which the last couple of nights it feels like the approaches, the at-bats have been better from Ortiz, which you like to see. Now it's a matter of kind of getting those hits like he did last night.
So that'll bring up the hero of last night, or at least one of the heroes of last night. Nick Podkul hit the 3-run home run in the bottom of the 8th that changed a 3-2 deficit for the Phils to a 5-3 advantage, and the Phils held on to that lead in the 9th to win it 5-3. Podkul with his 11th home run of the season last night. And he'll roll this one towards short. Simon Whiteman up with it, and his throw across the diamond in plenty of time for out number 2 here in the second. Ethan Wilson now bats for the Phils. Wilson 3 for 11 in this series. After a rare 0 for last night for Ethan Wilson. An 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts. Wilson at 267 on the season, second best in home runs in home runs with 11. 39 RBIs to go along with it. 0-2 pitch, fouled out of play. Wilson 3 for 11, as I said, in this series. He's got a single, he's got a double, and he's got a triple. So he's a big fly away from the cycle in the series. He's behind the count to Mason Black, no balls and a strike. Fist this one straight back and off the backstop, and it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Ethan Wilson. So Black, a consistent strike zone tonight, other than battling with Ortiz a little bit and getting that count to 3-2. He has certainly worked ahead of the Phils to this point. An economic 22 pitches with 2 outs in the second. That one's up high, and it's now 1-2. Fastball from 95 to 98 for Black is the scouting report, and that's pretty consistent so far tonight. 96 and 97 with most of them. 1-2 pitch. Comes a little sidearm with that one and misses low. Does throw a really good slider and has a changeup as well. Change not as good as the other 2. The fastball and the slider rated by scouts as plus pitches. 2 balls and 2 strikes to left-handed hitting Ethan Wilson, who slaps one to second. Wenke up with it. He'll throw the ball over to first baseman Logan Wyatt in plenty of time, and the Phils go quietly again in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. To the third, when we come back to FirstEnergy Stadium, we're still scoreless.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro and Sons, ready to serve you.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
Much like last night's game was for most of the night, a pitcher's duel so far through the first two. David Parkinson, a left-hander on the mound for the Fightin' Phils, and Mason Black, the right-hander on the mound for the Richmond Flying Squirrels as we head to the top half of the third inning in a scoreless tie. Simon Whiteman, the 9-hole hitter for Richmond, will lead it off. Whiteman 1 for 2 in last night's game, the only game he has played in this series. And again, Parkinson starts with an off-speed pitch that's over for a called strike.
Man, Parkinson's done a great job getting ahead in counts tonight.
This one lifted into right center field. Carlos De La Cruz will drift over, now drift back and make the catch for out number 1 here in the third. What we're seeing, Jake, is that there are two ways to get it done from a pitching standpoint in this game. Mason Black throwing 96, 97 fastballs, and David Parkinson a pretty steady diet at off-speed pitches, and both are getting it done.
Yeah, and a guy like Parkinson, the off-speed pitch serves multiple purposes. Obviously, you want to drop it in for strikes, get in the chase, but also when you throw 77, 78 mile-per-hour curveballs, it makes that 90, 91, 92 look a lot faster to a hitter.
And he comes with a slider here that's a bit low. As Wade Meckler, the leadoff hitter, bats. Meckler grounded out to second his first time up. There's the curveball to the left-hand hitting Meckler. It's over for a called strike. Spotted a couple of them the first time Meckler batted. This one beats it into the ground. Ortiz ranges far away from the bag to make the play, and then tries to throw it to Ortiz covering. And the throw in the dirt, Meckler was pretty close to beating that out. We'll see how they call it.
You're going to rule it a base hit, but I think Madison Stokes and Jalen Ortiz talking right now, that's just one where it's Stokes' ball and probably just a lapse of communication. I'm sure that's what they're saying right now. Like, hey, like next time, like, you know, I got it, you stay with the bag. And look, remember, Jalen Ortiz is still learning that first base position. So everyone thinks first base is, oh, you just catch the ball, can you field a couple of short hops? There's a lot more nuances to that first base position, and the more experiences like that Ortiz has, the more he'll learn and improve at the spot.
This will bring Vaughn Brown to the plate. Brown swings at the first pitch and fouls it out of play. Yeah, that's one of those plays that, as a first baseman, you have to have an instinct as to how far it is that you have to range before it becomes the second baseman's ball. And let the pitcher cover the bag, and Ortiz, to Jake's point, just still getting comfortable with the position. So Meckler safe at first on the base hit, the fourth hit of the game for Richmond. Brown again swings and fouls another one out of play. Vaughn Brown does not get cheated at the plate, that's for sure. He takes some big hacks, and again, he's hit 2 home runs in this series. 6 foot, 215-pounder. Played his college baseball at Florida Southern. Power, excellent speed. Plays a very good center field and a very shallow center field for Richmond as well. There's no balls and 2 strikes to him as he stands in. Tries to check his swing, and he did, as they'll appeal and say he did not go around. Jude Corey behind the plate tonight. Gabe Alfonso at first base. He's the one that said he did not swing. Zdenek Zedek is at third base, the 3-man Eastern League crew. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Vaughn Brown with a man at first and 1 out here in the top of the third. And that's up and in, and now it's 2-2. This one slapped the left side. Martin backhander, flips to second. Stokes dropped the ball. Madison Stokes trying to make the catch and the relay at the same time. Did not hold on to it. Safe all around. So there's going to be an error on the second baseman, Stokes.
Yeah, fielder's choice, E4, so Brown not credited with a hit. So E4, and obviously the play before ruled a base hit, but probably a play that should be made. So a couple here, just like in the third inning last time against Portland, going against Parkinson. You have to buckle in here and try and work out of this.
Brandon Martirano, who's hit into a double play his first time up, tries to check his swing but did not as he took almost a full cut at the plate. So Parkinson again works ahead of a hitter. So Meckler at second base now, Brown at first. One out here in the third for Martirano, who takes a curveball for a called strike. Martirano trying to figure out Parkinson right now. Phil's wearing their home red uniforms tonight with the Salute to America hats on. They're on for sale in the team store. USA logo on the side, navy blue hats, the white logo. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Martirano as Parkinson misses with the slider down and in. Takes a look back to second, comes with his pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Parkinson with a big strikeout there, the second out here in the third.
Nice little fist bump from Cody Roberts on that too. I think that was one of those where Roberts said, you know, give me that slider right in on the hands, and that's exactly where Parkinson put it. So a little, all right, let's go. We got 2, let's get this third now.
So now it becomes the job to get Matheny, who got a single his last time up. Hit one hard between first and second. The first pitch he saw from Parkinson back in the second inning. And he comes with a curveball here, and a good one. It's Matheny fouls it and stays alive.
A lot of break on that one, too, and right on that inside corner to Matheny. So even if he got a piece of it, he got a piece, but even if he put it in play, probably doesn't hit it too hard either.
Well, Matheny got that off the foot. Looks like he's getting a little bit of a tip from Jude Corey to go out and clean home plate, even though it was spotless. So that's a pretty good indication that it was the umpire's way of saying, you got a minute, son. I know that hurt. So no balls and a strike to Shane Matheny. 2 on now and 2 out here in the third. Again with the curveball, and Matheny pops it up into foul territory. Podkill drifts over, and he'll make the catch for the third out. Good job by Parkinson to work out of any trouble for Richmond in the third. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left to the bottom of the third. When we come back to America's Classic Ballpark, it's still scoreless.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care, how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information.
The Enersys Power Alley Pub features a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet, private bar with bartender, 2 rows of seats, bar stool seating, and 4 cafe tables. The pub provides your party a private area to enjoy the ball game away from other fans. The Enersys Power Alley Pub may accommodate groups of 40 to 60 people. Enjoy socializing with your group and watch the game with a unique vantage point.
Reading Fightin' Phils looking for their first hit as they come to the plate here in the bottom of the third. Richmond nothing, Reading nothing. Casey Martin will lead it off for the Phils. If you or a loved one has been injured, get justice. Call Swartz Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE. Martin 1 for 11 so far in the series. And Mason Black starts him with a slider that misses low, ball 1. Martin at 260 since his call up from Jersey Shores. Played a really solid shortstop, and this one a tough play in between Hopper, Hayden Cantrell at third. He'll make the throw in time to get the very fleet-footed Casey Martin at first base for out number 1. So nice job by Cantrell to stay down on that ball on the in-between hop. And so that'll bring up Madison Stokes. Madison got the first start of the series for himself last night, but didn't fare all that well. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. So I'd like to break that skid in a hurry as he stands in. He's had a solid year for the Phils. Al Padrique, the manager for the Phils, who's coaching at third, really loves the kinds of things that Madison Stokes brings to the table. Multiple positions he can play, the multiple spots in the batting order he can provide as well. And he fists this one towards second, but it hangs in the air just a little bit too long, and Jimmy Glowenke will run it down and make the catch in shallow right field for out number 2. Really got in on the fists of Stokes. And off the bat, it looked like maybe he would get the fortune that it would fall, but it just hung up there too long, and Glowenke runs it down. So that's 2 down, and now Cody Roberts will bat. Roberts takes one for a called strike. He's 2 for 7 in the series with a 2-run home run a couple of nights ago. Top of the order, and Matthew Kroon in the on-deck circle if Roberts can roll it over. This pitch is outside for a ball. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike. Mason Black played his college baseball at Lehigh. He holds the school record for strikeouts in a season at 95 in 2021. As Roberts fouls this one out of play. I mentioned that he played at Valley View High School in Scranton, and he played in a state championship game. His team was the runner-up in the state championship in 2018. By the way, on the path to that state championship, Valley View beat Berks Catholic in a quarterfinal, and Mason Black pitched in that game and had 12 strikeouts against the Saints. So there's some Berks Catholic students who have faced what the Reading Fightin' Phils are facing right now, and that's Mason Black pitching. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Cody Roberts. And a swing and a miss, strike 3 on cue. Mason Black gets his 4th strikeout of the night and the 3rd out of this 3rd inning. As the Phils have had 9 up and 9 down through 3. When we come back, it stays Richmond nothing, Reading nothing.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are pleased to present you with their classic game program, all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player roster, and front office staff. It also includes feature stories and alumni reports on all of your favorite guys who spent time in baseball town. Visit ourphils.com/programs to check it out.
We head to the top half of the 4th inning. Richmond nothing, Reading nothing, and time for my broadcast partner Jake Starr to take over the play-by-play in the 4th.
Thank you very much, Bob. David Parkinson back on the mound for inning number 4 of work, and this is scoreless game thus far. Logan Wyatt, the 5-man, will be the first batter that Parkinson gets. He'll wind and fire the first pitch home. It's a curveball. Wyatt caught up on his swing. They'll appeal to third, where third base umpire Zdenek Zidek will say no swing. So the count is 1 ball and no strikes to Logan Wyatt. Parkinson, the lefty, toes the third base side of the rubber, works from the windup, kicks and deals, and just misses that one outside for a ball. It's 2-0. Wyatt so far tonight, 0 for 1, grounded into a fielder's choice in the second. Play where Madison Stokes made a nice play where he spun back to his left. A 2-0 goes to Stokes. He fields it going to his right. He'll set his feet and throw to first in time for the first out of the top half of the fourth. And that'll bring Hayden Control to the plate against David Parkinson.
You like to see that because Parkinson fell behind for a rare moment in this game. He got behind 2-0, but didn't give in on the pitch. And Wyatt, who does have some pop in his bat, and he's shown that in this series, and he gets him to roll one softly to Madison Stokes and gets himself out of it.
First pitch to Contrell is a fastball in the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Contrell currently 6th in the Eastern League at .395 on base percentage. Is 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout. The 0-1 is a curveball down low. It's 1-1. He also leads the Eastern League in hit by pitches with 13 on the year. Max McDowell of Reading has 12, but Contrell has done it in 65 games. Max McDowell has done it in 40. The next pitch, another off-speed pitch that misses outside for a ball, 2-1.
And that's why Max is on a disabled list right now, because of the last one that he absorbed in Portland.
Dow took one up high against the Sea Dogs last Saturday. Was then put on the 7-day IL. 2-ball, 1-strike pitch. That's in tight for a ball, 3-1. Had a chance to talk to Max today. Said he's doing well. Is very, very close to coming off the IL. So we'll see when that would be. 3-1. That's in tight, ball 4. That'll be the first walk issue tonight from David Parkinson. Puts a man on first with 1 out for Jimmy Glowacki.
So it's kind of an interesting note here to watch where Parkinson goes here, because he's been in command and working ahead of all of the hitters that he has faced in this game, but he falls behind the first hitter, Logan Wyatt, gets him to roll out a ground ball, and then he walks Cantrell. So see, time to keep an interesting eye on Parkinson now.
First pitch to Glowacki is dotted at the knees for a called strike. It's 0-1. Glowacki is 1 for 1 so far tonight. Singled was eventually stranded in the second. Next pitch home is crushed in the air to left. Matthew Kroon will take a couple steps back, and that ball is long gone. 2-run home run for Jimmy Glowacki. It's his first home run with Richmond this year. And the Flying Squirrels strike first again. It's 2-0 Richmond here in the top half of the fourth.
Yeah, Richmond has some guys in this lineup who you don't think about having a whole lot of pop. Cantrell being one of them. He rocked one off the Redner's Event Center in this series for a double. And Glowacki another. And he turned on that one, and that was gone off the bat. He blasted that thing out of here.
12th home run of the season allowed by David Parkinson. Now he gets Robert Emery with the bases clear. The first pitch is up and away for a ball, 1-0.
We're also curious to see how long Richmond will go with Mason Black. Obviously, he's cruising through the first 3 innings.
1-0. Fouled straight back, 1-1.
But what Richmond has been doing is limiting their starting pitching. And 3, maybe and 4 innings, and that's about it. And so he's obviously gotten through 3. And right now, the Richmond bullpen is quiet.
1-1. And on the hands, it'll be nubbed foul over the Arfield's dugout on the right side. Numbers on the Glowacki home run, 370 feet, 103 miles per hour off the bat. And it puts Richmond up 2-0 in the top half of the fourth. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Parkinson deals to Emery, and that'll be grounded foul past Dennis Pelfrey in the third base coach's box for Richmond. The count stays 1-2. This the 21st game for Robert Emery since joining Richmond from High A Eugene back on April the 26th. Next pitch is fouled back, stays 1-2. Emery has reached base in 16 of the 20 games he has played for the Flying Squirrels so far since being called up from Eugene. Down on the count, 1-2. Parkinson fires, curveball, just misses outside for a ball. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Emery was a strikeout victim his first time up back in the second inning. That's here with 1 out and the bases clear. Next pitch, swing and a miss, and Emery for the second time tonight is down on strikes. It's also the 4th strikeout tonight for David Parkinson, and that'll bring the shortstop Simon Whiteman to the plate. Whiteman will step in with 2 outs in the top of the fourth. Bases are empty. 2-0 Richmond has the lead thanks to a 2-run home run from Jimmy Glowacki. Parkinson deals to Whiteman. First pitch is swung on and missed on a slider. It's 0-1. Whiteman, a 209 hitter so far this season. The 0-1 curveball that missed up, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Whiteman, a righty, hitting better against lefties this year than righties. Here's the 1-1. A curveball drops in for a called strike 1-2. 241 against lefties, 197 against righties. And it's been a Richmond lineup who has been stacked mostly with lefties this week, but with the lefty Parkinson on the mound, Pelfrey goes more righty heavy. Here's the 1-2. It's a fastball that misses up for a ball. It's 2-2.
Yeah, it takes a couple of big bats out of his lineup. Guys that one in particular who has hurt the Phils in this series, and that's Andy Thomas. Carter Williams also not in the lineup tonight, another left-handed hitter. 2-2.
That's in tight for a ball to the righty. The count runs full. Next pitch will be number 67 tonight for Parkinson. Has gone over 100 once this year. Has gone north of 90 in 3 straight starts. And Cody Roberts will get time and take a walk out to home plate. Presumably just get on the same page as David Parkinson. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in this top half of the 4th inning. Richmond leads 2-0. You got the 9-man Whiteman at the plate. We'll see if Parkinson and Roberts go to attack him here. Payoff pitch. Ground ball hit to second. Stokes had it played perfectly towards the middle. He'll go to first in time, and that'll retire the side in the top of the 4th. But Richmond gets 2 runs thanks to a home run from Jimmy Glenke. They had just 1 hit. There were no errors and nobody left on base. Through 3.5. Bottom of the 4th up next after this on the Phillies Radio Network.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Chick-fil-A, Pizza Como USA, Railroad House, Why Missing Restaurant and Bakery, Jersey Mike's Subs, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Bakery, Subway, and Clean Eats for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners. Don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet, photos, and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phils mascot band. Regular season tickets start at $33 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL. Bottom half of the 4th inning, Richmond got 2 runs in the top of the frame. They lead 2-0. It's the top of the lineup due up for the Phils as Matthew Kroon steps in. First pitch home is in there for a called strike to Kroon. It's 0-1. Mason Black back out for inning number 4 of work. The righty works from the windup and deals. Kroon takes on the outside corner again for a called strike. It's 0-2. Kroon 0 for 1 tonight. Did have 2 doubles last night. 3rd time he's had multiple 2-baggers in a game this year. The 0-2 is a slider that misses out for a ball 1-2. Now has 19 doubles on the year. That's tied for 3rd in the Eastern League. Of course, leads the Fightin' Phils by a couple. Here's the 1-2. Inside pitch that he fights off foul. It stays 1-2. Kroon entered tonight at 323 on the year. That ranked 3rd in the Eastern League. And he's reached base in a personal season best, 14 straight. Matthew Kroon has. Down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes with no outs. The pitch, that's down low, 2-2. Kroon played just 2 games in 2022. Suffered a lower body injury and missed the rest of the 2022 season. The 2-2 is down low, and Kroon tried to hold up his swing but can't. They did appeal to first, where Gabe Alfonso confirmed that he did go. So it's the second time Kroon struck out tonight, and the 5th punch out overall for Mason Black, and that'll bring Carlos De La Cruz to the plate.
Black has just been really, really dominant in this game. He's, again, the fastball, as we said at the beginning, the fastball and slider are both plus pitches, and he's used it very well.
First pitch of De La Cruz is fouled straight back at 0-1.
De La Cruz's first at bat was a prime example of it. Got ahead of him just like he did now, and then got him to chase that low and away slider.
No balls, 1 strike to Carlos De La Cruz. Pitch from Black, swing and a miss, 0-2. De La Cruz 0 for 1 tonight, struck out swinging back in the first. Is just 1 for 13 with 6 strikeouts across this series so far. Carlos is overdue. Here's the 0-2. That one is ripped towards center. Brown will dart back and make the catch for the second out of the inning. Well, got a fastball down the middle, hit it 106 off the bat, but it was right to the center fielder, Vaughn Brown, for out number 2.
Yeah, Brown plays a very good center field and a very shallow center field, although even though as shallow as he was, that wasn't really an issue. He was almost too shallow, but he was able to go back on it enough. But on the nose, but unfortunately for De La Cruz, it was right at Vaughn Brown.
2 outs for Oliver Dunn. First pitch in sight, 1-0 to the lefty. But for De La Cruz, if there's anything to take from that last plate appearance, is you hit one hard. And De La Cruz, who's been quieted the last couple of days, hopefully that instills some confidence in him. Here's the 1-0. Dunn will take it down the chute for a called strike, 1-1. Dunn's 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout. Did have 2 more hits last night. Raised his average up to 266 on the season. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Last 2 nights, Dunn was 5 for 8, 2 doubles on Thursday. Swinging a red hot bat right now. 389 across his last 5, 324 over his last 10. Counts 1 ball and 2 strikes. Black for the windup, readies and deals. Inside for a ball, 2-2. Dunn also amongst Eastern League leaders in a plethora of categories. 4th in on-base percentage at 405, 3rd in walks at 50, 7th in OPS at 896, and 4th in RBI. Also leads the Phils in RBI at 42. Next pitch is fouled straight back, and the count will stay even at 2.
What De La Cruz was successful with in that last swing is he kind of shortened up a little bit with 2 strikes, and that's one of the things that Reading's got to do right now against Black is they've got to kind of shorten that swing up. The big, powerful swings are not going to work against his pitches.
2-2 to Dunn. He swings over it for a strike 3 swinging. 6 strikeouts tonight for Black. We're through 4. Black is yet to allow a base runner. We'll go to the 5th. 2-0 Richmond on the Phillies Radio Network. Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays presented by Tito's Handmade Vodka, High Noon Sun Sips, Catay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Haro's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, Apis Services, Supportive Concepts, and Affordable Home Care. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other culture elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office. To honor the 275th anniversary of Reading, the Phils will play as the Reading Keystones on all Thursdays and select Tuesdays in 2023. Tuesdays are brought to you by Coatesville VA Medical Center. Join us for 11 Keystone Throwback Thursdays thanks to Burke's Career and Technology Center, H&F Heating and Cooling, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Come celebrate the 275th anniversary of Reading and enjoy some great baseball on Throwback Thursdays in 2023. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office. Top half of the 5th inning in a game that has certainly sped by. We have played 4 full in about 56 minutes so far. First pitch at 6:48. It's currently 7:42. And it's the top of the lineup due up in a 2-0 ball game. In this top of the 5th, Richmond leads. quick delay as home plate umpire Jude Corey asked for the gate by the Arfield's dugout to be shut. So Baron Ratcliffe, who resides on the top step, which is usually where Johan Rojas resides, but Ratcliffe there tonight shuts the gate. First pitch home is driven to the air out towards center, not hit particularly deep. De La Cruz going back along with Kroon. De La Cruz reaches, hits Kroon, and it lands on the warning track and is down. Going towards third is Meckler. He'll get the wave home. The throw to the plate is not in time. It's an inside the park home run. And Matthew Kroon is also down on the ground on the warning track after him and Carlos De La Cruz collided, and the athletic training staff, Steve Torregrossa and Jesse Lacey, race out, along with every Arfill on the field aside from the pitcher and catcher, as De La Cruz and Kroon collided in left center field. Kroon is moving his extremities as Steve Torregrossa and Jesse Lacey take a look over him in left center field. Every Arfill's position player, along with manager Al Padrique, currently out, looking at Matthew Kroon. And while they take a look at him, we'll step aside for a moment. Be back after this on the Arfill's Radio Network. For top flight local jobs, go with who you know. JP Mascaro & Sons are a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, M-A-S-C-A-R-O, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt, and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, two great hometown partners.
Back here on the Arfill's Radio Network, Matthew Kroon did come to his feet and now will jog off the field.
Yeah, it looks like, and we're not going to speculate a whole lot, but it looked like when he finally were able to get him up, it was either left leg, left knee, left ankle in some capacity in the collision. And so he continued to walk off the field. And if Matthew Kroon, if they would have let him, I think Matthew Kroon would have stayed in. There's no way they were going to let him stay in.
And the jog got faster as he got off the field. So
and he walked about halfway through the outfield, and then he started to jog by the time he got to the infield. And he was at pretty good pace as he got inside the infield. So now Baron Radcliffe will now take his spot, and Baron Radcliffe will now go into left field, and he'll bat in leadoff spot as well.
And of course, also, hitting a guy at full speed in the outfield, let alone someone who's 6'8" too. I'm sure there's a little bit of a shock to that as well. So, but most of all, just you're very glad to see that Matthew Kroon hopefully is okay. If we receive any updates, whether it be tonight or tomorrow, we will certainly let you know. But for now, all the best to Matthew Kroon. Hope he is okay, but very happy to see him to his feet and not just walk off the field, but pretty much run off the field under his own power. So Baron Radcliffe is in left field for Matthew Kroon. He will bat in the leadoff spot. And Vaughn Brown, the batter, with no outs in the top of the fifth. 3-0 Richmond leads after Wade Meckler hit an inside the park home run in the last at-bat to put Richmond up 3-0. Vaughn Brown steps in, working against David Parkinson. First pitch from Parkinson is swung on and fouled straight back, and the count's 0-1.
Yeah, so the ball hit into left center field just below the scoreboard here at FirstEnergy Stadium. And Once De La Cruz and Kroon collided with one another, the ball came loose. Carlos had it in his glove. I think the collision may have knocked that out, and then it's on the ground, and neither one of them could get up.
0-1. That one is lined, hit well down the left field line, and it'll roll all the way to the corner and one-hop the fence. Ratcliffe scoops it off the ground. Racing the second goes Vaughn Brown, and that's his 7th double of the year, and it's runner on second with nobody out for Brandon Martirano in the heart of this Richmond lineup.
Yeah, so now you're in danger zone right now with David Parkinson. You're into the 5th inning. This is where he has had some experiences with this, where he's looked really solid for 4 innings and then starts to sometimes get to 5 and then begins to tire out a little bit. And the bullpen has not yet begun to throw, but they have begun to stir.
Adam Leverett off with the sweatshirt, doing some stretching out in the bullpen. Next pitch to Martirano's hit in the air towards right. Wilson goes back, reaches over his head, and he makes the catch. What an over-the-head catch by Ethan Wilson as he runs into the wall in right field. Looked like for a moment, no way Wilson catches up to that, but an excellent last effort from Wilson to make a great catch and right against the wall.
Yeah, because of just that, the wall coming, and you just saw 2 of your teammates collide with one another. Whether you think that's in your head or not, it is in your head when you're going back. You don't want to run into that fence, but Ethan Wilson makes a great running catch. Vaughn Brown did not tag up and could not move up.
Here's Shane Matheny. First pitch to him was in there for a called strike, 0-1.
And in honesty, that's a base running mistake by Vaughn Brown. He should have tug up. He should be on third base now with 1 out.
No ball is 1 strike, 1 out as Parkinson works from the stretch. Third base side of the rubber, he's ready. Here's the pitch. Curveball that's fouled to the Arfield's dugout on the right side, 0-2. And I guess for Brown, he thought that one's definitely over Wilson's head,
right.
So he wanted to get a jump start towards home.
But he's going to walk home. If Ethan Wilson doesn't catch that ball, he's going to walk home. So he would have scored easily if Ethan Wilson doesn't make that catch. So that's why you got to be close enough to the bag to tag up.
0-2. Fastball that just misses the top part of the zone. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
So that's 2 great catches that Ethan Wilson has made now. One, in this particular case, running to his left. Last night he made a great catch running into the gap in right center field to take away an extra bases as well.
1-2 on the inside corner. A called strike 3. 5th punch out tonight for David Parkinson. So after the double from Vaughn Brown, back-to-back outs, and Logan Wyatt, the batter, with 2 outs in the 5th.
Yeah, now you got a tough bat coming up here in Logan Wyatt. He's had some big hits in this series, but now to the point I made a moment ago about Parkinson being in the danger zone. Now all of a sudden he's in a position of trying to get out of this.
Wyatt digs in. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Parkinson from the stretch, the lefty readies and deals. Misses just below the knees for a ball. It's 1-0. Pitch count for Parkinson up to 75. He can get out of this inning under 80. Have to wonder if he'll come back out for the 6. 1-0 is a breaking pitch that's foul down the right field line, 1-1.
This is a big spot here because, again, it's another run out there. You got a pitcher who's dealing, and at Mason Black, there is no activity in the Richmond bullpen, so he's going to get another inning for sure for Richmond. So you're starting to run out of time now if you're running. So keeping that 4th run from coming home right now is big for Parkinson.
1-1. That's a breaking pitch that bounced, blocked by Cody Roberts, the catcher. It's 2-1. Wyatt, a .324 hitter, 3 home runs, 8 RBI since joining Richmond not too long ago. As the count's 2 balls and 1 strike to him. Lefty on lefty matchup, 2 outs. The pitch, swing and a miss, 2-2 as Parkinson went to the slider. And now Parkinson 1 strike away from escaping this inning, with the lone damage being the inside the park home run from Wade Meckler. Parkinson will come ready, rest the glove on his right side of his chest. Check back at the runner, Vaughn Brown at second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That's a ground ball towards first. Ortiz has it. He will flip to Parkinson at the last minute, and it is in time by about half a step. And that'll retire the side in the 5th. 1 run on the Meckler inside the park home run, 2 hits for Richmond, no errors, and 1 left on base. Bottom of the 5th we go, 3-0 Flying Squirrels on the Phillies Radio Network. For top flight local jobs, go with who you know. JP Mascaro & Sons are a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, M-A-S-C-A-R-O, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, two great hometown partners.
Bottom of the 5th inning, 3-0. Richmond has the lead. Mason Black back onto the mound for inning number 5 of work. I'll get the middle third of the Art Phil's lineup. Jalen Ortiz, Nick Podkul, and Ethan Wilson. Ortiz will dig in from the right side as Black works from the windup, kicks and deals home. And Ortiz takes inside for a ball, 1-0. Mason Black has been perfect through 4 innings so far tonight. As the righty works against Ortiz, the 1-0. That's fouled straight back. It's 1-1.
Mason Black has been Schwarber-esque in June. In the last 4 starts, he has not given up a run. Now 4 innings into this start, his 5th start in a row without having surrendered a run.
1-1. Ortiz will take one down the chute for a called strike. It's 1-2.
Last time he gave up an earned run was on June 2nd, his first start of the month in Erie. He gave up 3 runs in 4 innings. Since then, nothing but zeros.
1-2 to Ortiz. That's upstairs for a ball, 2-2. Jalen is 0 for 1 tonight. Grounded out to first his first time up. Is 2 for 11 across the series so far. And he'll ask for and be granted time by home plate umpire Jude Corey.
Yeah, Black just working a little bit too fast for Ortiz's comfort. And it's a smart move by him. I mean, he's a veteran guy. Just call timeout. Get yourself set. Don't get quick pitched.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Ortiz. Black deals. And that's on the outside corner, a called strike 3. Jalen Ortiz did not like that call. Home plate umpire Jude Corey, 7th strikeout tonight for Mason Black, and that'll bring Nick Podkul to the plate for the Fightin' Phils.
It did look like it was a bit on the outside of the strike zone, and Ortiz still doing a little barking on his way back. Jude Corey doing a little barking back at each other. That is 7 strikeouts now for Mason Black.
Podkul digs in. First pitch to him is flared foul. It's no balls and 1 strike. Podkul 0 for 1 tonight. A ground ball to short. His first time up. Nick, who was the hero last night with a go-ahead 3-run home run in the 8th. The 0-1 is a breaking pitch that misses down. It's 1-1.
Tyler Henson's talked to us a number of times about how this team likes to go up there seeking fastballs, and you might as well do that against Mason Black because he is throwing predominantly fastballs early in the count.
1-1's another slider. That's outside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. Podkul had the home run last night, is 11th of the year. Only had 5 last year. The 2-1. Outside for a ball, 3-1. Spent most of the year with Buffalo, AAA affiliate of the Toronto Blue Jays. Signed with the Phillies as a minor league free agent this past offseason. Having a career year, 300, 11 home runs, 33 RBI. Next pitch is fastball. It's in there for a called strike, and the count runs full. The pitch, swing and a miss, and Podkul goes down on strikes. The 8th strikeout tonight for Mason Black, and that'll bring Ethan Wilson to plate as it's been 14 up, 14 down so far for the Fightin' Phils.
Yeah, I'm a little curious about that 3-1 pitch for Podko. He gets a fastball and it was pretty much in the middle part of the zone, and he took it all the way. You got to think fastball with a 3-1 count.
First pitch to Wilson's fouled straight back. No balls and a strike.
And he doesn't pull the trigger on it. Now he's in a 3-2 spot, and then Black makes him miss for another strikeout.
This will be pitch number 62 for Mason Black tonight. Here it is. Wilson dribbles it softly out in front of the plate. Towards the mound, charging goes Black. He has it. He'll flip up the first base line of the first baseman Wyatt, who will make the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. 15 up, 15 down so far tonight for Mason Black. We will go to the 6th, 3-0 Flying Squirrels on the Phillies Radio Network.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Top half of the 6th inning as this game continues to cruise right along. It's 3-0 at Richmond. David Parkinson back out for inning number 6 of work. First pitch to Contrell is lined down the left field line and a roll all the way into the corner. Ratcliffe will field it off the wall. Around second towards third goes Contrell, but Ratcliffe rifles a throw in. And it will keep the runner Contrell at second base. So it's a leadoff double for Hayden Contrell, his 9th two-bagger of the season.
So I said it in the 5th, and I'll say it here again in the 6th about danger zone. Again, it was the inside the park home run for Meckler that gets the run on the board, and then Parkinson gets himself out of any trouble. But now Braden Zarabniski begins to loosen up in the bullpen for the Phils.
Here's Jimmy Glowenke. He'll square to bunt. He will shoot it right up the first base line, but it'll spin foul.
That's a great move by Glowenke, because at worst, Ortiz fields that in fair territory, steps on the bag, and it's essentially a sacrifice bunt to move him to third. But with Ortiz and still trying to learn that position a little bit, he might be able to beat that out. That's a great idea on the part of Glowenke, but it rolls foul.
So no balls and 1 strike to Jimmy Glowenke. Pitch from Parkinson. And on the hands, fouled straight back. It's 0-2.
And why you like it even more, because it's a guy who blasted one onto the deck at left field his last time up. So, again, showing some power in that, and then coming up and trying to make the sacrifice his next time up.
Glowenke is yet to be retired tonight. He's 2 for 2. Single and a 2-run home run his last time up. But he's down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Parkinson fires and swing and a miss. On a slider that buckled him inside for out number 1. 6 strikeout tonight for David Parkinson, and that'll bring Robert Emery to the plate.
Parkinson's done a good job, however, in this game and dancing through some raindrops. I mean, he's had some situations where he's had men on base, not always by his own doing, but he has been able to work out of any further damage in most cases.
Robert Emery digs in from the right side. First pitch to him is a breaking pitch that drops in for a called strike 0-1. Emery 0 for 2 tonight, pair of strikeouts. Overall a .224 hitter, no home runs, 3 RBI. This is 21st game with Richmond this year. Next pitch is another off-speed pitch. Hit in the air, foul territory, right side. Ortiz, the first baseman in foul territory, now drifts back to fair territory. And a slight lean to his right, secures it in his glove for out number 2. So now after the leadoff double, back-to-back outs for David Parkinson. It brings Simon Whiteman to the plate in the top half of the 6th inning. 3-0 ball game as Parkinson sits at 85 pitches. Probably the last inning, if not the last batter for David Parkinson tonight.
On the flip side, Spencer Bivens is up and throwing in the Richmond bullpen. We expect to see him in the 6th.
First pitch to Whiteman is driven well into the left center field. Gap, it'll roll all the way to the wall. Around third and scoring is Contrell. In the second goes Whiteman. It's an RBI double, and the Flying Squirrels extend their lead. It's 4-0 on Whiteman's 8th double of the year.
And one more time, a 9-hole hitter does damage to this Reading pitchers. These Reading pitchers don't have statistics to back it up. I can only tell you how many times it seems like it's happened that the 9-hole hitter has done so much damage against this team. And there you go. Parkinson's an out away from getting out of any further damage, keeping it at a 3-run game, and the double by the 9-hole hitter, and he's not out of the woods yet with Meckler at the plate.
So Wade Meckler steps in. He's 2 for 3 tonight. A single, and he had the inside the park home run his last time up in the 5th. Parkinson looking to escape this top half of the 6th and keep it a 4-0 ball game. The pitch. That's a breaking ball that's just off the plate on the outside, half to the lefty Meckler. It's 1-0.
Got to think that this is the last batter Parkinson faces, good or bad.
Leading off second is Simon Whiteman. The pitch. That's a curveball that misses this time inside, 2-0.
Right-handed pitcher, Braden Zarabniski appears to be loose in the bullpen, and a right-handed hitter in Vaughn Brown in the on-deck circle. So he doesn't get Meckler. Parkinson's night is probably over. Even if he does get him, the inning's over, and he's probably done for the night.
2-0. That's inside, 3-0. Tried to go to a slider and lost it inside. So 3 balls and no strikes to Wade Meckler. 2 outs, top of the 6th. Richmond leads 4-0, and a man on second is Simon Whiteman. Parkinson readies at the belt, deals. That's a curveball in there for a called strike. It's 3-1.
How about that? That's the confidence in a curveball, and he's thrown it very well tonight, but a 3-0 curveball.
Next pitch will be number 91 for Parkinson tonight. Checks back at second and deals. Fastball, it's hit towards first. Ortiz scoops it. He'll take to the bag himself, touch up, and that'll retire the side here in the 6th. 1 run for Richmond. They do it on a pair of doubles. There were no errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. 4-0 Richmond. Our Phillies looking to rally on the Our Phillies Radio Network.
The Reading Fightin Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to the ball game every Sunday home game at FirstEnergy Stadium. Sundays are Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Golden Oaks Golf Club, PA Army National Guard, Culligan Water, Aspen Home Improvements, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $56 when purchased in advance. Join us for Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at all Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Looking for the place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightin Phil's game? Look no further than Capital Blue Cross Funland. Capital Blue Cross Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini golf, ring toss and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next Our Phil's game at Capital Blue Cross Funland.
4-0 Richmond, bottom half of the 6th inning. It's now Vernon University Golden Wolves called to the bullpen for Richmond as Spencer Bivens enters for his 13th game of the year. 1-2, a 5.52 ERA. 33 hits allowed, 13 walks, 25 strikeouts across 29 1/3. Opponents are hitting .284 against him. First pitch to Casey Martin is in there at the knees for a called strike. It's 0-1.
Bivens has got a very interesting story. He's 28 years of age. He was born in Virginia Beach, but he grew up in State College. Went to State College High School.
0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
Had no offers to pitch in college. Not drafted coming out of high school. Eventually went to an NAIA school in Oklahoma to pitch.
1-1 to Martin. He will try to check his swing, but it won't matter as the pitch is called a strike on the outside corner.
And after leaving Rogers State, he had no offers to pitch in professional baseball. Went to France for a little while to finally find a place and then pitched an independent ball for a couple years.
1-2 to Martin is at the knees. According to the home plate umpire, Jude Corey, and Casey Martin is making his displeasure. It's very well known with Jude Corey as he continued to turn his head towards him as he walked back towards the dugout. So strikeout to Martin is the 16th batter in a row retired by Richmond tonight, and that'll bring Madison Stokes to the plate with 1 out in the 6th.
So the final numbers for Mason Black: 5 innings, no hits, no runs, no walks, and 8 strikeouts.
First pitch to Madison Stokes is swung on a miss, no balls and a strike. Stokes 0 for 1 tonight. Popped out to the second baseman Glowenke his last time up in the 3rd. 0-1. Tried to check his swing, but home plate umpire Jude Corey will say he went, and it's no balls and 2 strikes.
So the Phils are now 1 strike away and a strikeout away from double-digit strikeouts for the 4th straight game in this series.
The 0-2. And Stokes foul-tipped it back to the mitt of Martirano, and he is down on strikes. Second straight strikeout for Bivens. That'll bring Cody Roberts to the plate.
So 8 strikeouts for Black and now back-to-back strikeouts for Bivens. So 10 strikeouts for the Phils tonight. And again, it has been a problem in this series. 13 last night, 10 the night before that, and in Wednesday night's first game of the series, 13 strikeouts in that one as well.
Cody Roberts steps in. First pitch to him is a fastball in the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Roberts turned his head and said something to home plate umpire Jude Corey. Bivens ready is the 0-1. That is a line drive past the shortstop Whiteman and in the left center field, a base hit. Roberts is speeding around first, thinking 2. The throw is high over the head of the second baseman Glowenke, and it is a hustle double for Cody Roberts. And the Phils have their first hit and base runner of the night.
Yeah, that's a ton of credit for Cody Roberts. He was thinking that all the way around, and that is one of those plays where you better make it because you're down 4-0, 2 outs in the inning, and the one thing you don't want to do is get thrown out in that spot. So you better have confidence that you're going to get there, and he made the left fielder Meckler and the center fielder Brown hustle to get it and get it in the hole, and he was hustling out of the box and gets himself a double.
So here's Baron Radcliffe for the first time tonight as Bivens readies and deals. Radcliffe takes down low for a ball, 1-0. Radcliffe entered the game when Matthew Kroon left via an injury after colliding with Carlos De La Cruz in left center field a couple of innings ago. 1-0. Radcliffe takes down low, 2-0. Cody Roberts just trying to inject some juice into this team. Saw where the ball was hit, put his head down, and just churned the wheels all the way to second base.
Outfield for Richmond is playing Baron Radcliffe around the other way. Now, he can go the other way, but he has a ton of pop on the pull side.
2 balls and no strikes to Radcliffe. Bivens deals. That one is swung on and fouled. Straight down, it's 2-1. In BP today, Radcliffe, there was a ball that looked like he didn't get it particularly well. May have lunged it a little bit, and he still cleared the fence in left center by a good distance. Just showcasing the power that the 6'4", 228-pound Radcliffe has. 2 balls and a strike, the pitch. That's down low, 3-1, so it's a hitter's count. Radcliffe, who started the first 2 games of the series, was 1 for 7 overall for runs scored, a walk and 4 strikeouts. Had last night off, tonight a scheduled off night 2, into the game now, the 3-1, and Bivens will step off and look back at Roberts. Not like anybody was remotely close to holding him on.
or Roberts was going anywhere.
That too. So 3 balls and a strike to Baron Ratcliffe. Bivens readies and deals. Ratcliffe swings and misses on a fastball. That was on the outer half, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Reading finally a hit and a base runner. They trail 4-0 as Cody Roberts leads off second. Just trying to keep the line moving like they did last night. 3-2 to Ratcliffe. That one is fought off and hit foul. It was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball over the plate. And the count stays full to Baron Ratcliffe.
And that's the pitch that he can turn the other way. It's that low and in fastball. A timeout now on the field with the catcher Martirano wanting to talk to Bivens. But we talked with Baron Ratcliffe last night in the pregame show, and when you see Baron Ratcliffe stand over home plate with his size and his imposing stance, and you can't help but the comparisons to Ryan Howard because they have a similar build and they have a similar approach. And just like Ryan Howard, who did have a ton of power the other way on those pitches on the inner half that they could turn them the other way and go with it the other way and drive those inside pitches out the other way to left center field.
After a mound visit, the 3-2 again to Baron Ratcliffe. Bivens ready. Checks at the runner at second. Here's the pitch. And Ratcliffe swings and misses and is down on strikes. So Bivens works around the double and strikes out the side. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We've played 6. We'll go to the 7th. 4-0 Flying Squirrels here on the Phillies Radio Network.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Be the first to know everything about your Red and Fightin' Phils by signing up for the Baseball Town Insider email newsletter. Once you become a Baseball Town Insider, you will receive breaking news about Fightin's promotions, including giveaways and guest appearances, special events, exclusive offers, and discounts on tickets and merchandise, just for being a Baseball Town Insider. Visit Fightins.com to sign up for this free email newsletter. Baseball Town Insider. Stay in the loop and become a member today.
Top half of the 7th inning. It's an Auburn University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen for the Phils. And I will toss things back over to my broadcast partner, Bob McCool, to tell you all about it.
Braden Zarmniski is the new pitcher for the Fightin' Phils. So David Parkinson goes 6. And now the Phils, who had to come from behind last night down a 2-run deficit, now have to try to come from behind in a 4-run deficit as they Flying Squirrels come to the plate here in the top of the 7th and a 4-0 Richmond lead. Zarniski appearing in his 24th game of the season. 3-1 record with a 3.94 earned run average. A little bit of a delay as there was, I believe, a ball loose from the Phil's bullpen, so Ethan Wilson had to do a little cleanup work. Vaughn Brown will lead it off for Richmond. He's been on base all 3 times tonight. Single, a double, and safe on an error. 4 runs on 9 hits for Richmond. No runs on just 1 hit for the Fightins. First pitch from Zarmniski to Brown is outside for a ball. 1-0 pitch is lifted foul down the first baseline. Jalen Ortiz will give it a chase, but it's into the first base grandstands, which are full, just as the third base grandstands are. The Seidel Auto Group deck is about 3/4 full. The pool deck is pretty full as well. Another sparkling crowd on hand for the Reading Fightin Phils, who are well over the 200,000 mark on the season already. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Vaughn Brown. Ripped into left field for another hit. So Brown on base for the 4th time. His 3rd hit of the night. He's a leadoff runner here in the 7th.
Close the line on David Parkinson. 6 innings, matches a season high. 9 hits, which is a season high. 4 runs all earned, a walk, and 6 strikeouts.
So that'll bring up Brandon Martirano. Martirano, one of 3 players in the lineup to this point for Richmond who does not have a hit yet with 10 hits. Brown takes off. Roberts will throw it down. He's got no shot. He stole that on the pitcher. Vaughn Brown with a running lead gets the steal. Pitch is low and inside for a ball. So now Brown is in scoring position for Martirano, who's 0 for 3 on the night.
Brown now 8 for 8 in stolen bases this year, and this is 28th game.
Brown has outstanding speed at second base. 1-0 pitch on the outside corner for a called strike on the 95-mile-an-hour fastball from Zarbniski. 26-year-old right-hander from Marietta, Georgia. His college baseball for the Mountaineers of West Virginia. 1 ball and 1 strike as he stands in. Martirano fouls it at the plate, trickles it all the way back to the backstop, so he's ahead of Brandon Martirano, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Martirano grounded into a double play to end the 1st inning, struck out in the 3rd and flew out to right field in the 5th. And an outstanding running catch by Ethan Wilson back at the fence. 1-2. Zarbniski doesn't like how far Brown has wandered off the bag, so he takes a step off and gets him to get back onto the bag. Madison Stokes, the second baseman, trying to keep him a little bit closer just in case. Brown dances around. Zarbniski comes to the plate. Martirano fouls it out of play. Martirano, a North Jersey kid, grew up in Marlboro, New Jersey. Played his college baseball at North Carolina. Takes that 1-2 pitch outside for a ball 2. So it's 2-2. So there could be quite a few Richmond players who have some fans in attendance here in Reading. Not that long of a drive from Marlboro, New Jersey here to Reading. Talked about Mason Black, the starting pitcher, is from Scranton. Shane Bivens, they came in on relief, grew up in Spencer Bivens grew up in State College. Is a swing and a miss, and Martirano again is retired. Strikeout number 1 here for Zarbniski in the 7th.
And circle back real quick. You talked about how great of a crowd it is tonight. It really is. Reading has led all AA teams in attendance the last couple of nights. As the fans keep coming out here to America's Classic Ballpark. And still 2 more games left in this series as well.
Shane Matheny now bats, and he lifts one straight up in the infield. Who's going to take command? It'll be the shortstop, Casey Martin, who will make the catch for out number 2. Big out again for Zarbniski, as Brown has to stay put at second base now with 2 down.
Nice job by Zarbniski, getting back-to-back outs after the single and stolen base from Vaughn Brown. Now he gets Logan Wyatt, who's 0 for 3 today. So we'll see if Zarbniski can keep on that.
Wyatt, 4 hits in this series and 5 RBIs, 2 home runs in this series. He's got 2 doubles and 2 home runs for his 4 hits. Jake said 0 for 3 tonight as he stands in facing Zarbniski. First pitch, a slider that misses down and in. Defense plays the left hand hitting Wyatt. It's a pull. Outfield slightly the other way. 1-0 pitch is there for a called strike. Zarbniski just trying to keep Richmond at bay here and hope that the bats can come alive late as they did last night. 4-0 Richmond on top as they bat here in the top half of the 7th inning. 1-1 pitch into dirt. Roberts blocks it. Brown started and then puts on the brakes. It goes back to second. Brown's a bit of a character on the field. He's got some oddities to him, that's for sure. He's having a good chuckle right now with Casey Martin after going about halfway and then deciding, maybe not. So it's 2-1 now to Logan Wyatt. Tap foul, but it was off the foot of Wyatt, and now he's got some problems. Logan Wyatt just laid the bat on the ground, and he's going for a walk.
That one has to sting, especially with how far it went. It almost went out it did go out to Madison Stokes at second base. So for a ball to go that far, it has to hit the foot pretty hard.
Yeah, he has, as so many hitters do, a brace, a pad, whatever you want to call it, on his right ankle. But it missed that and hit his foot instead. So it's 2-2 now to Wyatt. Try to get him to chase outside, and Wyatt lays off, so the count full. Bullpens on both sides of the field are quiet. So Spencer Bivens will get another inning at least for Richmond in the 7th. This one lifted straight up again. This one into shallow left. Martin goes out. Radcliffe comes in. He'll make the call and the catch. And after the leadoff base hit, Zarniski gets it 1-2-3 for Richmond. So no runs, a hit, and one left. 7th inning stretch time at America's Classic Ballpark. Richmond 4, Reading nothing.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksareus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phils.
There's a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience filled with family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 21st through the 24th for the induction of Fred McGriff and Scott Rowland as the class of 2023. Visit baseballhall.org today for the entire schedule. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
Phil's looking for some offense as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, presented to you by Swartz Culleton. If you've been injured at work, call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Phil's with just one hit so far. It was a double by Cody Roberts in the 6th inning. We head to the 7th. Carlos De La Cruz will lead it off for Reading, down 4-0. De La Cruz, Oliver Dunn, and Jalen Ortiz. That's 2, 3, and 4 in Al Padrique's lineup tonight. Skipper at third base, Ray Ricker, his first base coach, as De La Cruz steps in. 0 for 2 on the night. 1 for 14 now in this series, although he hit a rocket right at center fielder Vaughn Brown his last time up. The first pitch to him is a slider from Bivens that misses for a ball. Talking with Al Padrique on a pregame show tonight, he's talking about that Carlos just needs to get the ball up a little bit more. Chasing some breaking balls low and out of his reach. He's done that tonight as this one spins him off the plate on a breaking ball that didn't break, and so De La Cruz is ahead now 2-0.
I can just tell from his demeanor at home plate right now, that hard hit ball last time out looks like it instilled some confidence into Carlos.
See how he does on 2-0. Pitch misses outside, and it's 3-0.
He just looks like he's in more control up there compared to these last couple of at-bats. He's back in. He's ready to go. He's wasting no time. Let's see what the approach is here, 3-0, though.
Bivens works from the stretch and misses inside. So De La Cruz. Jake mentioned the coin of phrase of passing the baton, and De La Cruz does just that. And he passes the baton to the guy who leads the team in RBIs in Oliver Dunn.
Look, you're down 4-0. You're not going to get it all back right away. So the mindset has to be win each pitch, win each at-bat, and just find a way to get on base and keep the line moving or have productive at-bats.
Dunn 0 for 2 tonight with a couple of strikeouts. Leads Reading with 42 RBIs on the year, 266 batting average and 10 home runs coming in. And the first pitch from Bivens to Dunn is over for a called strike. De La Cruz takes his lead off of first. Left-handed hitting Oliver Dunn in the batter's box. Jalen Ortiz in the on-deck circle. 0-1 pitch, way up high, ball one. Talking about Bivens in that last inning, again, after his time in college, got no offers. He went to France to pitch for a while, and then pitched in independent baseball for the Washington Wild Wings out in western Pennsylvania, who are eventually getting signed by the Giants. This one towards second. Głowenki to second for one. The relay is in time. 4-6-3 on the double play, and that quickly. Phils have 2 out and no on.
That's one of those where Dunn hit it hard, hit it well, but just right to the second baseman Głowenki. So, not much you can do there. Hit it hard, but just not the right spot.
So the base is empty and 2 down now for Jalen Ortiz, who's 0 for 2 on the night. Ground out to first on a slow roller and struck out in his 2 plate appearances. Ortiz 8 for 39 since coming here to Reading, and takes that one for a called strike. And of his 39 at-bats since reappearing in Reading, he has struck out 19 of those 39 times. We're behind 0-1 here. Bivens gets it again with another strike, and now that quickly Ortiz is behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Fastball at 96, right down the middle. Strike 3. Fastball on the outside corner, and again Ortiz doesn't like it, but again he's a strikeout victim as the Phils are retired here in the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. 7 complete. Richmond 4, Reading nothing.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that'll bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your visit today at baseballhall.org.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you're a youngster or an adult, there's no better birthday than a Fightin' Phil's birthday. The Fightin' Fan birthday package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $130. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Braden Zarniski back out for his 2nd inning of work as we head to the 8th inning. Richmond on top of Reading by a score of 4-0. Flying Squirrels won game 1 and 2 of this series. Reading with the win last night to make it a 2-1 series in this 6-game homestand for Reading. It will wrap around through the weekend up until Monday night. So the Phils will be home tomorrow, 5:15 first pitch. And then Monday night, 6:45 back here at the ballpark. More fireworks tomorrow on Monday night, Mega Blast fireworks. As Hayden Cantrell, a switch hitter, now spins around and bats left-handed for the first time tonight, facing Zarniski. And Zarniski working quickly, gets 2 quick strikes on Cantrell, who's been on base twice tonight. Struck out, walked and scored a run, and doubled and scored a run. Checks his swing here. They appeal and say he went around. So that's a strikeout, the 2nd for Zarniski since coming in. 1 down here in the 8th.
Nice job so far by Zarniski since giving up that single and stolen base to Vaughn Brown. It's been strikeout, pop out, fly out, strikeout. So 4 straight sent down by Zarniski.
Now to bring up Jimmy Głowenki, who Hit a 2-run home run for Richmond in the fourth, first runs of the game. And he takes the first pitch up high for a ball. Gołęcki also singled back in the second. So 2 for 3 on the night. For a guy who came into tonight's game hitting at 155. This pitch is up and in. Now it's 2-0 to Gołęcki. That home run, his first of the season since being called up from Eugene, the high A affiliate for the San Francisco Giants, to the Double A team here in Richmond. That one's outside, and now he misses on 3 straight to Gołęcki, and so it sits on a 3-0 count. This one driven into left field. Baron Radcliffe will have to back up a couple. Now he'll commit a couple and make the catch for out number 2. The lights flickered off just as Baron Radcliffe caught that baseball, and he just kind of froze like, what happened? But he made the catch for out number 2.
Yeah, what was that?
I think Baron Radcliffe would like to know that too. He thought he did something wrong. He caught the ball, and all of a sudden the lights went out.
You don't see that every day. Luckily, these lights are on and off in an instant, so you don't have to worry about them warming back up.
That's a good point. Back in the days when the lights would take a while to warm back up, they went off and they went right back on as Robert Emery now bats. I mean, that ball was up in the air for a while, but it went up that high. This one lifted into right field. Ethan Wilson will go over, and he'll make the catch with the lights still on. That'll do it for Richmond here in the 8th. They go 1-2-3 in the top half of the 8th. Back to FirstEnergy Stadium on the Reading Fightin' Phillies Radio Network with Richmond still on top 4-0.
Baseball fans, introducing Bally Live, the only app where minor league baseball fans can score major rewards. When you stream your favorite teams live, you'll score rewards. When you chat with friends during a watch party, you'll score rewards. And when you test your skills at trivia, you'll score rewards. Being a fan of minor leagues has never been so rewarding. So what are you waiting for? Download Bally Live for free from the app or Play Store and start scoring rewards today.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org and click Local Coalitions.
Baseball Town Charities is a nonprofit 501c3 charitable organization founded to keep baseball alive in Reading. Youngsters can benefit from the many life lessons the game can offer. Baseball Town Charities currently supports kids and adults with mental and physical disabilities through the Baseball Dream League. Baseball Town Charities also supports inner-city baseball development through the Rip It for Life program, which provides growth both on and off the baseball field. For more information, please visit baseballtown.org.
Reading Fightin' Phillies looking for some thunder as they come to the plate here in the bottom of the 8th. That was the magical inning last night for the Phillies when they had the come-from-behind win over the Flying Squirrels. We'll see if they can replicate that. And ironically enough, the guy that ultimately finished it off, Nick Podko, will lead it off for the Phillies. Podko with the 3-run home run last night to give the Phillies the 5-3 victory. And he'll lead it off for Reading here in the 8th, facing a new pitcher for Richmond, Evan Gates, the right-hander coming in. And his first pitch to Podko is low for a ball.
2-5 is Gates, a 4.21 ERA in 20 games. He's finished 17. He's 4 for 6 in save opportunities, 25 2/3, 29 hits, 15 walks, 32 strikeouts. 293 opponent's batting average. So you got to think it's a 6-out situation is the hope for Gates here.
25-year-old right-hander misses down low to Nick Podko. So Podko ahead now, 2 balls and no strikes. Swings at a pitch that bounces up there. Slider that was in the dirt. Podko chased it, thinking he's going to get a fastball and got something with some movement on it. So it's now 2-1 to Podko, who's 0 for 2 in the night. Ground out to short and a strikeout. One of 12 strikeouts by the Fightins tonight. Swing and a miss at this one, and it's 2-2. Big, healthy cut by Podko. And he's now in a 2-2 spot. Gates last year spent time at 3 different spots in the Giants rotation. Began the season in San Jose, then went up to the high A level Eugene, and then finished the season with Richmond. This one ripped into left field. Going to find some daylight. Meckler will run over and not be able to get there. It bounces off the fence, and Nick Podkill will roll into second base with a stand-up double.
Well, hopefully the guy who started it last night, who ended it last night, can start the rally here. Reading entering last night was just 2-32 in games this year when trailing entering the 8th inning. They are now 3-32. Maybe they can find a way t-tonight to make that 4-32.
And so that quickly, a conversation between the catcher Brandon Martirano and the pitcher Gates. Shortstop Simon Whiteman will also join the conversation. Quite sure what that conversation might be about with that leadoff double. As Ethan Wilson steps in, Ethan looking to join the party. He's riding an 0 for his last 7 as he stands in. Does have 3 hits in the series. So Gates will work from the stretch with Podkill at second base. First pitch to Ethan Wilson, bit low for a ball. Ethan tonight, ground out to second, ground out to first. One-0 pitch. Fouls it at the plate, beats it right into the ground, so it's now 1-1. Actually have 2 pitchers warming up in the Reading bullpen. You don't see that a whole lot anymore. Usually there's only 1 guy at a time. There's 2 guys throwing right now.
Looks like Coons and Andrew Schultz, meaning Max McDowell and Herbert Iser, both down there to catch the subsequent bullpens.
1 ball and 1 strike to Ethan Wilson. Fouls another one at the plate. Same swing, same result as he beats it into the ground. It's 1-2.
Probably a situational thing. If Reading maybe gets none or 1, maybe it's Coons. If they can, cut it to a 1 or 2 run game, if not come back, probably Andrew Schultz.
Richmond plays the left-hand hitting Wilson around the other way in the outfield. And that's going to be a pitch clock violation on Gates. No, resetting the pitch clock. My mistake. Saw Jude Corey step out and assumed. You should never assume. It's 1-2 to Ethan Wilson. Swing and a miss, and it tied him up on the inside corner. And Wilson a strikeout victim. That's the first out here in the 8th.
First strikeout for Gates. Bivens was solid. 2 innings, a hit, no runs, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. Obviously no hitter and or perfect game. No longer intact for Richmond, but the shutout certainly still is. They've already shut out Reading once this week. That came back on Wednesday.
Casey Martin will try to change that as he stands in 0 for 2 on the night. First pitch to him, over for a called strike.
And Martin, who's not been happy with home plate umpire Jude Corey all night, once again not happy with that one right there.
Gates takes a look back at Podkill. Comes with his 0-1 pitch, fouled straight back. Again, big cut by Casey Martin, and most of these Phillies tonight, they have taken, in some cases, just too big of a swing, which is one of the reasons why they've got 13 strikeouts at this point in time. So it's no balls and 2 strikes now to Casey Martin. Madison Stokes in the on-deck circle. 1 out here in the 8th. Swing and a foul. No, in and out of the glove of Martirano. He'll make the throw down to first. Casey Martin did not run, so that's another strikeout and 2 more outs now here in the 8th.
You're not sure if Martin thought he fouled that one back or not, but a bit of a hesitation for Martin to take off.
So that'll bring up Madison Stokes 0 for 2 on the night. Infield pop-up and a strikeout. Nick Podkill, leadoff double, hoping not to be stranded. 2 down now here in the 8th inning. Stokes tries to check, but went around. 93 on the radar gun for Evan Gates. Stokes fouls this one out of play, so he gets ahead of Stokes very quickly. No balls and 2 strikes. Play Stokes pretty much straight away, both infield and out. No balls and 2 strikes to the right-handed hitter. Way inside. Easy take for Stokes. It's 1-2. Cody Roberts, who got the first hit of the night for the Fightins, in the on-deck circle, hoping for a chance here in the 8th. Joss misses outside. Now it's 2-2.
Good take from Stokes. A couple of inches off the plate.
Again, tries to check his swing, but went around, and that's another strikeout for Reading, as they eventually end up striking out the side, and they waste the leadoff double from Nick Podkill. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 man left, 8 complete. It remains Richmond 4, Reading nothing.
White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the R-Phils fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other R-Phils fans, see an R-Phils road game, meet with an R-Phils player, and also see an Iron Pigs and Phillies road game. The White Star R-Phils road trip visits Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland from Thursday, July 20th until Sunday, July 23rd. See the R-Phils in Altoona Thursday, meet with an R-Phils player or coach, then head to Toledo Friday and Cleveland Saturday to see many former Fightins in action. The trip heads back to Reading on Sunday. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star R-Phils fan road trip to Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland. Space is very limited, so sign up today.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phils game ticket for only $21. This selection includes barbecue chicken sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, cookies, and so much more. Drinks feature all Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL. Order online at rphils.com or visit the Customers Bank ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery is pleased to offer 2 options for your dining pleasure. A menu with locally sourced delicious options and buffet meals for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner pleasure. Experience the best bakery in all of Berks County. Homemade bakery items include made-from-scratch challah bread, danishes, and a variety of scrumptious cupcakes. Dollars to Donuts. No restaurant in the area offers a variety of cakes, fruit pies, cream pies, cheesecakes, and homemade donuts. Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery and owner Oz Chaudhry are proud 2023 Fightin' Phils team feed partners. Vernon University Golden Wolves called to the bullpen will bring in right-handed pitcher Max Coons for the Fightin' Phils here in the top of the 9th, facing Simon Whiteman. The first pitch from Coons is over for a called strike. Whiteman 1 for 3 on the night, and a comebacker off the glove of Coons, and Madison Stokes will make the play behind the second base bag in time for out number 1.
It's going to be a 1-4-3 as it hits off the glove of Coons. Very unconventional 1-4-3, an unconventional out, but it's out number 1 nonetheless.
They have slowed it down just enough to keep it from getting into the outfield, and then Stokes can make the play. As Wade Meckler now will bat. Meckler's had himself an interesting night. He's 2 for 4, a single and an inside the park home run. And he'll swing at the first pitch and lift it into left. Barron Radcliffe with a long run. He'll make the catch for out number 2. And Barron that time didn't have to worry about any lights flickering on him when he made that catch. So 2 quick outs now for Max Coons here in the 9th.
Do you hear fireworks?
I do hear fireworks.
Must be fireworks somewhere near. See, looking out towards my right, down towards downtown Reading, there is some fireworks going.
Somebody jumping the gun for the. They won't have Mega Blast fireworks, so that's the thing.
That is
Here's
true.
Mega Blast.
Tonight and Monday.
Juan Brown on base all 4 times as he stands in. 2 singles, a double, and safe on an error in his 4 plate appearances for Brown. First pitch from Coons was fouled away by Vaughn Brown. 0-1 pitch. Tap back towards the middle. Stokes will have another play, and this time Vaughn Brown is finally retired in a 1-2-3 ninth inning for Max Coons. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Phils have a lot of work to do. They trail 4-0 when we come back after this.
Unlike any other area in FirstEnergy Stadium, the Savage 61 Dugout Suite puts you in the closest seat to the action on the field. Located just a few feet from the diamond on the first base side with covered seating, abilities of motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around. Your group will thank you over and over again for this one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite start at $27 and include options to add food and drink packages. The ProMax Fence Systems Foul Porch is an exclusive group experience. Located in our left field corner, groups of 20 to 30 people are treated to 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and drinks. In a festive atmosphere with a bird's-eye view of the visiting bullpen, regular season tickets are $34 for groups of 20 or more. Call us today at 610-370-BALL to reserve a spot for your group.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph 67 Club is the original hospitality area at FirstEnergy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action out of the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with a large see-through net. Starting at $34, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com or call us at 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
The Alberta University Golden Wolves called to the bullpen, a right-handed pitcher for the Richmond Flying Squirrels. They'll bring Jose Cruz into the game for Richmond.
Jose Cruz in for the Flying Squirrels for the 8th time this year. His own 1, a 3.60 ERA, 4 for 5 in save opportunities, 10 innings pitched, 5 hits, 8 walks, 12 strikeouts, a 143 batting average against. Not a safe situation, but 4-run lead for Richmond.
Cody Roberts will lead it off for the Fightins. Roberts got the first hit of the night for Reading with a double back in the 6th inning. Phils with just 2 hits in the game. Richmond with 4 runs on 10 hits. A 0-1 pitch, way up high and in. Spins Roberts back on the plate. Cruz, 23-year-old right-hander. Number 28 prospect in the Giants organization. 1-1 pitch. Ripped into right field. Brown going back, still going back to the corner of the center field fence and makes the catch on the track in the deepest part of the ballpark for out number 1.
Man, another good swing from Cody Roberts. 98 off the bat, hit at 373, needed to go about 385, and just misses a solo home run.
So that'll bring up Barron Radcliffe. Radcliffe came into the game after the collision between Carlos De La Cruz and Matthew Kroon that sent Kroon out of the game. So this is the second at bat for Radcliffe since coming in, and he struck out his first time up, and the first pitch to him is an off-speed pitch that Radcliffe's way out in front of. Second one is way outside. Now it's 1 ball and 1 strike to left-handed hitting Barron Radcliffe. Way inside. Now it skips all the way to the backstop. Radcliffe had a dance out of the way of it. Barron with the team at the beginning of the season, but then suffered the shoulder injury, actually diving back into first base at that moment in time, and the shoulder injury ended up landing him on the disabled list for a 60-day stay. This one's way outside. He's worked the count now to 3-1. Talking to him in the pregame show last night, he felt like he was 100% healthy. The shoulder was at full strength. Timing is still a work in progress, but he feels pretty comfortable at the plate. 3 balls and a strike to him. Swings at a pitch way outside. Now the count is even. Like Radcliffe had just kind of made up his mind. He was going to get a 3-1 fastball, and he didn't get that. And he missed it, so now the count is full. Swing and a miss, strike 30. Out number 2 in the 9th
Center fielder Carlos de la Cruz.
Strikeout number 16 on the night for the Phillies hitters. Carlos de la Cruz will come to the plate. De la Cruz 0 for 2. He walked his last time up. The only walk surrendered by Richmond pitchers on the night. First pitch to De La Cruz is low for a ball. This one catches the outside corner. De La Cruz didn't think so. Now the count's 1 ball and 1 strike. Phillies and Richmond back at it tomorrow afternoon, 5:15, a Sunday afternoon ball game here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Back through the middle and into center field for a base hit. Just out of the reach of a diving shortstop, Simon Whiteman, and De La Cruz keeps the Phillies alive with a 2-out single.
Well, if Reading's going to do something, it's going to all have to come with 2 outs. De La Cruz gets a hit, which I feel like for him just has to feel like such a sense of relief. And if Reading doesn't win tonight, at least him getting that hit gives you something to feel good about. Also, another thing to feel good about, Reading's bullpen tonight, 3 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 2 strikeouts. Really good night for the relievers.
So here comes Oliver Dunn, 0 for 3 on the night. A couple of strikeouts and a double play for the 3-hole hitter tonight. They don't bother holding De La Cruz on, so he'll move up to second base on defensive indifference. And the pitch to Oliver Dunn is up and away, ball 1. That one bounces up there. Good block by Martirano. Took that one off the chest protector. It's 2-0 to Oliver Dunn. Now a little conversation for Martirano. Said, hey, you're going to start bouncing pitches up here. We need to talk.
Reading is 1-32 this year when trailing after 8. The lone win was the Max McDowell walk-off home run. The weekend Harrisburg was here. But it's going to take a lot more than just a home run here. But like I said, approach stays the same. Just keep the line moving.
Said this about each and every one of the left-handed hitters tonight and pretty much throughout this series, that Richmond's outfield plays all of them around the other way. So if Oliver Dunn can pull a baseball, De La Cruz is going to walk home. And Oliver Dunn could get at least 2, if not 3 out of it. See how it goes. It's 2-0. And on the outside corner for a called strike, Dunn didn't think so.
Yeah, that one looked to be well low and away.
Jude Corey hearing it from the Phil's dugout. It's 2 balls and a strike now to Oliver Dunn. Back through the middle and into center field. De La Cruz will score. Oliver Dunn with another RBI on the season, his 43rd, and the Phil's get themselves a run. It's 4-1.
Well, they find a way to keep it going. Jalen Ortiz, the batter here. Reading gets a run, so they will not be shut out for the 2nd time this week. I don't know. Crazy things have happened before. We'll see what happens. Nick Podkol's on deck, so if Ortiz gets on, which he has to get on to keep the game going, but if he gets on, Nick Podkol will be the tying run. Can he do it 2 nights in a row? We'll see. But first, Jalen Ortiz, the focus.
0 for 3 for Ortiz tonight with a couple of strikeouts. That one up at the letters for a called strike 1. Again, Ortiz doesn't like it. Swings at this one and fouls it off his foot. Looked like that one got his back foot, the right foot, and he is hobbling around.
Good umpire Drew Corey jumps out, given some time. Looks like Tyler McKay throwing in the Reading bullpen as well. If this game
just in case
goes to the 10th, I like to
stay positive in all aspects.
Richmond bullpen quiet.
Maybe give the hitters a little more confidence. That we have so much confidence in you that we're going to get our bullpen up and loose because we know you're going to tie it up.
Ortiz also still looks to be in some pain.
Yeah, that got him right on the top of the right foot.
Yeah, he looked really taking his time to get back in the box. No attention will be given to him, so he'll step back in.
So no balls and 2 strikes now to Jalen Ortiz. Dunn takes his lead off of first. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will do it. The Phils maybe appropriately end this game with yet another strikeout. 2 more strikeouts in the inning for Reading, and they go with at least getting a run in that 9th inning. They do it on a couple hits. They leave 1, and the final score, Richmond 4, Reading 1. We'll take a timeout, back with our post-game show on the Reading Fightin' Phillies radio network after this.
Sidle Auto Group Deck is a great spot for all fans of a summer picnic and great tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you may even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in home run territory, behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are just $32 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit rfields.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Welcome back to FirstEnergy Stadium, where the Reading Phils fall in Game 4 of this 6-game stand against the Richmond Flying Squirrels. Richmond assures themselves of at least a split of this 6-game homestand for Reading as they win this game by a final score of 4-1. Dominant pitching performance tonight for Richmond. Before we get into any more details on our postgame show, tonight's attendance brought to you by PSECU here at FirstEnergy Stadium. 7,148, another crowd topping the 7,000 seat mark in attendance. PSECU is proud to be one of the largest credit unions in Pennsylvania. So for the Fightin' Phils, they come up empty tonight. The bats just couldn't get it done. The pitching for Richmond was absolutely dominant tonight. Phils finally got a run across in the bottom of the 9th inning, but a little too late for Reading, and just way too much miscontact for Reading. 17 strikeouts on the night for Richmond pitching, and that ties a record for an opposing pitching staff in a game against the Fightin' Phils. So Reading going down on strikes again 17 times over the course of it, facing 4 different pitchers. Mason Black started, and the Scranton, Pennsylvania native was dominant for Richmond. 5 innings, no hits, no runs, no walks. He had a perfect game through 5 innings. They took him out after 62 pitches. He has 8 strikeouts along the way. So again, 5 innings, no hits, no walks, and 8 strikeouts. Gave away to Spencer Bivens. He gave up a hit, struck out 4, and the only walk surrendered by Richmond pitching. Evan Gates pitched an inning without a run. He gave up a hit and struck out the side in the process. And then Jose Cruz pitched the last inning, and he struck out 2 more Reading batters. So when it's from the offensive side for Richmond, David Parkinson pitched for Reading and probably could have had a little bit of a better fate. However, he gave up his first runs in the 4th inning, and not surprisingly, it started with a 1-out walk to the 6-hole hitter Hayden Cantrell, and then Jimmy Glowinski followed that up with a 2-run home run as he blasted one up against the back of the off the back of the Seidel Auto Group deck on a 2-run home run for Glowinski, his first home run as a Richmond Flying Squirrel. his third and fourth RBI since being called up from Eugene. So it was a 2-0 game in favor of Richmond after 4. And then Wade Meckler drove one to start the 5th inning into the left center field gap. Carlos De La Cruz getting the start in center field for the second straight night tonight with Matthew Kroon in left field. The two of them converged right underneath the scoreboard in left center field. And De La Cruz had it in his glove for a moment. The two of them collided, and the ball hit the ground. And Meckler, who's got good speed, just kept around right on running and came around to score with the ball on the ground. Eventually, De La Cruz did get the ball back in, but Meckler was able to score. And then the concern was Matthew Kroon, who was shaken up pretty badly on the play. Training staff went out to look at him. His teammates went out to check on him, in addition, obviously, to the manager, Al Padrique. The good news was that Matthew Kroon did get up and eventually walked off, and eventually it became a jog off the field. So hopefully he'll be all right, get himself straightened out, and be back in the lineup hopefully tomorrow, at least not, if not, maybe by Monday and the close of this series. But again, he did run off the field under his own power, so that's always the good thing to see. And De La Cruz was not shaken up on the play physically. At the time, he was pretty shaken up emotionally after having run into his teammate and seeing him on the ground. But after Kroon ran off the field, De La Cruz could kind of settle back in a little bit and remain in the game for the rest of it. But with that inside the park home run by Wade Meckler, now the lead grew to 3-0 in favor of Richmond. And then the Flying Squirrels tacked on one more in the 6th. As the Phils did roll Parkinson out there for one more inning in the 6th, he gave up a leadoff double to Hayden Cantrell. And ultimately, he came around to score on a double from Simon Whiteman to make it a 4-0 game in favor of Richmond. And the Flying Squirrel pitching just took care of business from that point forward. Reading with a little bit of life in the 9th inning. 2-out rally started by Carlos De La Cruz with a base hit up the middle. Defensive indifference allowed him to move up to second base, and then Oliver Dunn made that defensive indifference not so indifferent as he grounded one up the middle for a base hit that allowed De La Cruz to score. Gives Oliver Dunn the base hit and also gives him another RBI, his team-leading 43rd RBI of the season. Jalen Ortiz then came to the plate for Reading with Dunn at first base and 2 outs, and ultimately Ortiz struck out to end the game. And again, that may be the most appropriate piece of the puzzle with what Richmond pitching did to Reading hitting tonight, which was just to completely dominate them, holding them to 4 hits, 1 walk, and 17 strikeouts on the night. So Richmond, hats off to their pitching staff. They have struck out Reading a bunch in this series. I go back through the numbers. Game 1, Reading struck out 13 times. Game 2, they struck out 10 times. Last night in the 5-3 win for Reading, they still struck out 13 times, and now tonight, 17 times. So Reading has not had a whole lot of success against this Richmond pitching staff, and they'll try their fate tomorrow. Again, tomorrow, 5:15, Game 5 of this series. It'll wrap around to Monday, and we'll have more baseball on Monday. The eve of your 4th of July holiday celebration can be spent right here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Tomorrow, 5:15, Sunday afternoon baseball here in Baseball Town. Kids receive a team card set, and the Arphil's team members will be here and signing autographs on those team card sets. So bring the kids out, let them get cards and an autograph from their favorite players here with the Reading Fightin' Phils. And then Monday night, July 3rd, a night game here at FirstEnergy Stadium. 6:45 is first pitch, and more fireworks, Mega Blast fireworks, to finish off this homestand. The Phils will then head to the road on Wednesday to Somerset, New Jersey to take on the Patriots, and then they'll head into the All-Star break and be back here on July 14th, 15th, and 16th for a 3-game homestand against Portland. So that's what lies ahead for the next couple of weeks, but 2 more games left in this series for Reading and Richmond, and come out and watch Reading Fightin' Phils baseball. Unfortunately for tonight, it goes the way of Richmond. For Richmond, 4 runs on 10 hits, no errors, and 7 men left on base. For Reading, just 1 run on 4 hits. They committed 1 error, and they left 3 men on base. This one was a quick one tonight. Just 2 hours and 10 minutes to get this one complete. That's what dominant pitching can do. It makes for a much faster ball game. 2 hours and 10 minutes tonight, played in front of 7,148 here in Baseball Town. Mason Black will get the win for Richmond. Again, he went 5 perfect innings for the Flying Squirrels, so he picks up his first AA win of the 2023 season. He's 1-4. David Parkinson takes the loss for Reading. He ends up at 2-4. There was no save in this one, with Richmond having that 4-run lead going into the 9th inning. So that'll do it for tonight and our broadcast as well. Again, Reading and Richmond back at it tomorrow, Sunday afternoon, 5:15 here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Hope you can make it out for the ball game. The gates will open on Sunday afternoon. Just going to double check before I tell you exactly what time they open up. At 5:15 game, the gates will at Tompkins Plaza will open up at 4 o'clock, and we'll have our pregame show out on the plaza somewhere around that time as well. So again, tomorrow afternoon, 5:15 first pitch, Tompkins Plaza, and the gates open up at 4 here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Come on out, bring the kids, let them get a baseball cards and from the Reading Phils and some autographs from the players as well for Game 5 of this 6-game homestand. Richmond 4, Reading 1. Again, 4 runs on 10 hits, no errors, and 7 left on base for the Flying Squirrels. They improve to 3-1 now in the second half. Reading falls to 1-3 as they go 1 run on 4 hits, 1 error, and 3 men left on base. That will do it for our broadcast tonight. Thanks as well to the manager, Al Padrique, for spending some time with us on the pregame show. Again, we'll have another pregame show for you on the plaza tomorrow here at FirstEnergy Stadium. For my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. As always, thank you for listening to and or watching on MILB TV, Reading Fightin Phillies baseball. Hope you'll do the same tomorrow. Better yet, we'd love to see you here at the ballpark. Final score one more time. Richmond with the win tonight over Reading. They take game 4 of this series. They lead the series 3-1 with their 4-1 victory. That'll do it for tonight's broadcast. Thanks for listening, everyone. Look forward to seeing you at the ballpark. Have a great night, everyone.